It's time to take a look at our starting grid here tonight for the Martinsville 200 for this third race of the season. Taking the pole award for the second time this season already. Got it back-to-back after last week at Legacy, Texas. It's Gavin Rogers in the 75.
Hi, man. Line up on the
Another
inside
fast
row.
driver to watch out for. It's the 71 of Edward Sherwood Jr. in second.
All right, brother. High pacing 200. Let's go.
With three machine, it's Ryan Kelly. Bronson Stafford in 61 will be starting in fourth.
Had a crazy start. So
Position
I
32.
did the iRacing updates,
Winner from last
and
will start in sixth.
computer crashed, or actually rebooted while it was installing updates. Killed iRacing, so I had to uninstall iRacing, reinstall iRacing, get it all set back up. Of course, re-download everything. And then I get in the race during practice, and it was running during practice, and then it goes to qualify, game crashes. So I had to reboot, and hopefully we don't have any problems during the race. And somehow qualify 13th, the best qualifying position of this whole season so far.
Jump alongside him in P14, Shane Darian,
if we somehow
P15,
keep
and Christus,
40 cars on
under
the team.
5
Brian
caution,
Noel in 17th,
I will give a
and
random
Larry
person
in
that finishes outside the top 10
off 19th,
$20.
Brian P.
5 cautions, it's not happening. My guess is 30.
Alongside him.
And 21st, we find the 12 of Andrew. The 2 of Danny Cocker will start in 22nd position. John Forbes Jr. will start in 23rd place. Thompson, Jack Roberts Beck will start all the way down in 24th position. Jared Hughes going to be Gavin Rogers' teammate. Will start in 25th place. Nick Crawford all the way down in 26th position from 74. Christopher Way down in 20th.
Rhythm, marks, and consistency.
28th.
That's what it's going to take, sir.
Justin Hendry
survived.
to the 85, and finishing out our top 30, it's the 01 of Matthew Rodriguez.
I'll try to help you with the survival part. I'll look ahead of you as far as I can.
P33, Brad Delph, and Brian Ferraro, and 35th, Ken Campbell. Christopher Vale, who we saw in qualifying.
All right, let's go ahead.
Dakota Nunez, 37th, and 30th, Mike Pellier. Ollie Fonseca, 39th.
Here.
All right,
There's that.
And that will be your 40 drivers racing here tonight. The field will have 2 pace laps to settle in and get ready for
I don't know how to mute.
race. Again, Justin Forbes
mute?
starting at the end of the line because of his arc break penalty from last week. Ollie Fonseca going to be back out on track for the 24. He had his 1 race suspension last week. He missed out on Legacy, Texas, and for Ollie Fonseca with all the penalties that he grabbed. That 24 is going to be a
All right, watch out for turn 1, lap 1.
himself pausing an incident
Did we even make it across the start finish line?
of being suspended for a second race. So the 24.
I say yes.
Keeping it neat and tidy.
Maybe. Well, yeah, I'd say you will. I don't know about the guys in the back.
So, but for the rest of the field, 40 drivers try to enter this course, and right when in the front of the field hits turn 1, the back of the field.
You know how much is going to stack up?
Is exiting the last corner they were just in. There are a lot of drivers out there on track. One mistake could
I see one guy in first gear
and everyone
in front of me.
knows this race could go wrong just on lap 1. Pace car enters the road. Gavin Rogers, Edward Sherwood Jr., your front 2, waiting to enter the Geico.
Everybody behind you did their job, checked up perfectly.
Martinsville is
Watch the looseness on the first couple of laps.
as the 75, 71 get a good launch. Rest of the field trying to arc their way down into turn number 1.
There's his brake smoke.
Tidy a couple of
Outside.
throughout the field, but so far through 1 and 2.
Still right rear.
1 and 2 so
Outside door.
As you're going to get under heavy braking here, ready halfway through the corner. That's how quick.
Still outside.
Look at the
Caution's out.
Everyone else
Lap and a half. You were close.
right now being really impressive, getting down into lap 1 complete, getting into turns 1 and 2 now.
Caution is out though. Trouble strikes further on.
That's 1.
Tellier.
That's 1 on lap 2.
Christopher Fail. Get into
We're on pace.
exit.
Yep.
Turn number 4.
Hey, Derek, how's it going? You dang right it's going to be a race of
He
survival.
wrecked before the green flag even actually flew.
4 for the 89 machine.
Oh, wow.
Small tap.
Where was that at?
But we're going to see an explosion by the 97.
In the back.
The tap that spins.
Damn, I've lost 2
around.
positions. How'd that happen?
Tellier, slight connection and computer issues because he blinks out
Outside.
completely out of this race.
Let's see.
97 is still not there. Tough start for tonight's race for some of those drivers. Mike Tellier's still trying to figure out where he is on course as Christopher Vale. Let's start deep in the field. He was already starting pretty far back in 30, but an early struggle.
Somebody picked me at Martinsville? What?
Expecting to see here tonight. And
no.
one driver already required damage. Ollie Fonseca having issues for the 24 machine.
Ooh, that's a product of probably getting that penalty. Maybe there's Sam starting in the back, and like you said,
I missed all that. I didn't hear that.
Things he's got to be taken care of, making sure it doesn't get into people. So probably not how he wants to start.
You are consistent.
You mentioned Chris Vale starting in the back there. Right now, he's gotten over to go.
You know how to save tire.
Get in there and get that.
You know how to save gas.
If he had any from that slight contact, and he's got to work his way up. He's got to have 196 laps to still figure it out.
With the reaction of the 97,
other people lock them up, and you're smooth on a brake. Hey, you never know.
It actually caused damage to Ken Campbell and critical damage.
I'm running some of the weirdest brake buys I have ever ran in this car on this track.
Done. Ollie Fonseca luckily was able to get the damage, require damage as much as he could, but he's forced back into pit road and most likely going to be having to go a lap down for the 24 machine. That is a very tough start, but for some drivers, they say, you know what, maybe it's better to get out of the race early because, like we've been saying,
whoever was locking that brake up in front of me, they ain't gonna last long.
Chaos of every lap we have a caution, or somehow we could find ourselves with green flag racing. It's kind of a toss of the coin.
Hey, Kyle.
Well, if we do get that green flag racing, it will be really neat to see these drivers have to battle lap traffic, because as you mentioned,
yeah, get in these cars and show us how to do it.
The other half of the field is still in 3 and 4, and before you know, they're going to be catching one another, and that can make for some
look at my frame rate.
Fun green flag racing. And right now, we did have Edward
Them lights came on and it went down.
Choose the inside lane, looks like.
Good run for himself as ourselves ready for this restart. Do want to give a shout out to some of the drivers.
This closed.
Not able to race here tonight.
Entries are closed for this.
He wasn't feeling
get ready, sir.
To run here tonight. Tyler Dangler.
Go.
Missing out on tonight's race. Can't wait to see you guys back out on course when you're able to, as we have our front row into the restart zone.
Definitely still got the 46 inside. You got the 9 behind you. You're clear low.
Sherwood Jr. with an incredible start for the 71, already pulling away from
16 left front.
Struggling in the back.
Check it up here.
Keep it going. Crossing you out.
Around, but because of how slow they were running,
right back to where you started.
They were going fast enough, and now the yellow flag will be thrown. And Dakota Bodie is stuck in the wall with leaders coming. He's finally able to back up.
That's 2.
Yeah, it looked like we were maybe not going to have that caution there, like you said. But then 5 at being stuck down there on that.
Keep going at this rate, you're going to see 75.
We'll get that caution out soon before any chaos.
What is possible? Because what do we do? About 5 laps caution, so
like just wasn't able to get into gear, and then Adrian Medlin gasses it up and sends it right back into the field. And Christopher Vale involved. Dakota Modiz.
I think the last time we were here, we got something like 27.
Justin Forbes slightly involved, but Dakota Modiz trying to straighten up.
That's crazy.
And with Ollie Fonseca passing by, it's oncoming traffic, and that will be thrown.
Derek, I would just turn this off, go to sleep, and then watch YouTube tomorrow.
3 cautions this race. I'll give him $1,000. Oh, what a shame we have a
This
stage.
just drops the gear for Andrew Medlin. He tries to gas it back up, shifting back into second, but then it drops into first again.
Yeah, you see it right there live. He never even got it into that. Right now he's going through the gears. But yeah, that's exactly what happened there. Missed the gear, and then when he gassed it back up in the first gear, just hooked it, turned it right, and he's got to have quite a few minutes of damage, I would think, with those heavy impacts.
Very hard impacts for himself, but not required damage just yet. Also, of note, Mike Tellier has officially been disconnected from the race. So our first DNF of the race, just on lap number 4 of tonight for the 97. Dakota Moniz is in pit road getting damage repaired. No required damage.
Well, I don't know.
Damage repaired, and then
so many wrecks happen. Some cars might start leaving out, and if we get down to like 20 cars, we might have some green runs.
Get repaired, but yeah, the major difference just
man, 40 cars on the track. That's a lot.
Very huge on how it can impact your race.
Oh, very huge, especially at a track where you don't have much time to get the damage fixed. If you got required damage,
40 cars on a track like this in a game,
you might be able to get the one.
That's a lot.
If you go down 2 laps, that could be really hard to get those back. That's always the problem. But we're going to be getting back to this restart really soon. And one thing we have to talk about is the pole sitter. He's back to 3rd now. So on the restarts, both restarts, it seems like he lost.
A teammate, Ryan Kelly's up in 2nd.
Moved Brian Kelly up now to the 2nd row. So will Brian Kelly be able to get a jump here on?
Where is my other teammate?
In this race eventually.
I don't even see him on the track.
Brian Kelly thought that
Who's
he was
that?
going to be the winner of the tech. Like,
Larry
just
Yingling.
didn't line up with the timing of yellows, and
I don't see him.
Tonight could be a change of pace. Edward Shore Jr.
He's 18th.
Had a fast enough car to win at the start of the season at Atlanta. So different drivers.
Too many names to look at.
And trying to grab their first win this season, if possible.
Right.
Do want to give a shout out to drivers and parents that were out in chat. I know Shane Tarrant, who's out there on track now before the race started, giving us some critical information about how the brakes could be a big thing to watch out for on the fact.
Yeah, the brakes are huge on this.
Too much rear braking that could spin drivers out or push them up through the corners. And
all right, pace car's off.
Got Steve Stympian out there rooting on and hope for the best for Cedric Hunter and Zach Paul. But brake bias is going to be a big thing of note. We'll touch on that.
All right, get ready.
Later on.
Go.
As the drivers are prepared to go back to green flag racing. Edward Shore Jr., Ryan Kelly side by side, ready to take off.
46 right rear, 16 right front.
Green flag action. And Edward Shore Jr., he just knows these restarts, already pulling away, giving a chance for Gavin Rogers to put the pressure up front and trying to steal back.
Go high. You're good. Stay in it. Caution's out.
Confidently trying to pull away.
75, he gets right in there, gets back to that second position. But look at the 3, back underneath him. Is he going to be able to complete this pass, getting off?
Yep.
Caution, and it's Douglas Newbigging.
Oh, the pace car was able to make it into the pits and make it back out.
Luckily, it was down onto the pit wall, and everyone's able to avoid. It's the 7 with the big slide, and a massive
pace car just needs to stay on the track.
Positionings for himself.
I have a lot of points.
Going in later. You don't want to do that, especially when he's running so far up front. He's going to be kicking himself for that, but he's got a big group, didn't lose a lap. Just right there, loops it coming out of the corner. That's
pace car is definitely going to lead the most laps tonight.
I wonder if the 3-hour time limit will come into play.
You say luckily to go a lap down, but this is a critical spin. I mean, he goes from 4th all the way down to outside of our top 35. He's all the way down in 36th, 37th position as he enters.
It's a 35-point loss of points right
5,000 IR.
Did iRacing ever update Martinsville with the lights?
He's a fast driver. He could definitely.
I don't know. Did they?
But it will be hard.
Yeah, they're on. I see the lights.
I don't see.
But it will be hard to pass.
Looks like we're in a desert and a dust storm and the lights are on.
Yeah, from where I'm at, I couldn't see him.
As we see the 32 machine.
Kyle, I got my IR a long time ago. I don't even know what I ran.
The pink and purple and
probably a lot of trucks mostly.
Musical colors. You know, for some drivers, always loving to bring out the new colors for themselves. I know for the field, they've got a couple of special schemes.
Mostly the top 3 trucks, Xfinity and Cup.
And already drivers trying to swap it up on us and trick things.
Once I got through like the short track stuff, I didn't really.
Their colors every single.
I didn't really go back much.
Every single week, but even worse when they change the numbers. That's what throws me off. It took me all season last year to memorize their numbers, then I come out.
Hey, Dell.
And I'm about to call them by their wrong name.
Only thing is, I can't get up and fight nobody here.
Next gen cars, I think the next gen car really shows off some of the nice paint schemes. Just seems like it has that wide, squared up body. We're able to get some neat schemes on there, some lettering on the front, numbers being up front. Allows you to get a little bit more sponsor on the side. It's neat to see what these drivers do on the trading paints.
It certainly is.
Why does it look like it's so dusty?
That have been moving forward. Not a lot of huge movements of drivers taking a lot of positions.
Very, very interesting haze. That's for sure.
Is it like that on your end too?
Or falling backwards. But currently, drivers that are inside of our top 20, Danny Cochran's up 3 spots. He's in 19th position. And up 2 positions is Tom Bourne, Brian McCann, Aaron Smith II, and Christopher Norris. Drivers are waiting for the 1 to go indicator by the pace car. Once it passes the line and those lights click.
I wonder if that's why the handling is so bad, the high humidity.
Before we go green, and they
fog, got it.
So everyone's stacking.
Some weird looking fog.
75 degree track, 71 air.
Talking about tires, this is going to be a tough start for them.
So
it's actually come down since practice.
I don't think anyone's going to be using up all 5 sets. I don't think these drivers want to give up any track position.
All right, here we go. Get ready.
How about fuel strategy, though? We heard some guys maybe saying...
Ready. Go.
Some guys might not even consider pitting at all because they don't want to give up that track position. Can they do it on fuel?
If they got enough cautions, they'll be able to do so. As the base car's off, we're into the restart zone, and we're green. Edward Shore Jr. backing off, kind of playing a little bit of game.
Still outside.
With the drivers behind as Going to be pulling away to 71. Some late diving moves. Going to be
9's behind you, getting a little loose when he downshifts. Still outside.
Bronson, Stafford stuck on that outer groove as everyone's been.
A little bit of a checkup. 13 hit the 36, I believe that is right above. Or right ahead.
Bigger belt as more drivers.
We still got the 46 outside.
Further on the back, but fastest lap. First driver to finally hit a 19-second lap.
Top two are kind of getting away.
Trying to run down Edward Sherwood Jr. as we hop on board with Bronson Stafford. Get a sense of what it's like.
46, 3 wide, stay low, back double wide. Still got the 46 outside.
The guys are shifting. You saw them shift right before that finish line. Already right there before we hit the concrete patch.
Caution's out.
Third gear. Listen right here. Halfway down straightaway, you're going to hear it get into fourth. Boom, right back down to third gear right there. That's how quick you're doing that 2 times each straightaway, and we got a caution soon.
Trouble strikes, and it looks to be the 17 machine of Chris Stitz. Spins out for himself. Looks to be
Good
another
run there, guys.
self-spin.
That was impressive.
As he was
We
jousting
went pretty far
for
that
the
time.
likes of 16th and 7th.
4, and it started
Hey, Cody, why
to
don't you
get to
shut
where
up?
it handles bad too.
Out this yellow.
On that lap.
These drivers, this is the middle
And
of.
I ain't had much practice after that, so that's kind of scary for me.
I'm exhausted.
So we're going to be running on board and seeing what's going on.
The front right finally started getting grip.
And Chris Stitz, they're seeing some 3-wide action in front of them. Stitz breaks loose in, body slams in the 28. To give damage to both drivers, and luckily everyone else was able to
Happy birthday,
avoid
John.
as
That and the rear gets grip too, so when you're in the turn and you downshift in the third,
Being in third gear there, coming out.
it doesn't really work very well.
Too
It'll,
much throttle,
Very
wheel spin,
clumsy,
and then over.
if you do it wrong, it'll lock the rear up.
You might see that happen quite often with the drivers getting into that third gear, coming out.
I
of the
don't know
corner
about
and
the
then
Happy
heat
Pride
cycles.
Month, Edward.
down in the fourth gear. That's what I'm thinking, maybe.
Yeah,
That way, ain't even got him high yet.
scenario that happened there for Stitz, and like I said,
That last lap there, that was the first lap that we actually started getting grip.
4 cautions, and drivers said tonight could be historic in the caution counter. We were looking at the math; it was between 43 to 45. If you got a caution on every lap that we went green.
Oh my God.
We find ourselves with that many cautions, but we don't think we're going to have that many, especially because we've had a couple of green flag laps. So it's
43 to 45 cautions.
We'll max out our cautions here this
I didn't hear that. What happened? Oh, is that somebody's guess?
To cool off. We are heading into the nighttime conditions.
Yeah.
Temps
No,
about
And
Chris,
that's
no.
what it would be if it
end of practice
went.
for the field. They are at
My car wouldn't
75
crank in
degrees.
Oh, sorry. I thought they were talking.
Only
No, if you go 43 to 45 cautions, then complete all the laps.
you drop
So this
below
Pride Month,
the
does that
wind
mean we get a
direction.
switch
Oh,
from
gotcha.
somebody in
Humidity,
here?
that is 97% humidity.
They got
That's why
behind
you
you.
kind of have this haze
97%
on your screen.
humidity.
It's just that's how much humidity is out there, and that fog that these drivers are dealing with here tonight.
Yeah.
Are you okay,
Orange
Bronson?
glow to it as the sun is setting. It's actually pretty neat to look at, but maybe these drivers, maybe once the fog goes away, things might clear up a little bit.
Do we even need to get tires?
I think we're
And when is the stage? Are they still going to have the stage?
ride your homie?
Before you know it, we might get 10, 15 laps in.
50.
See some of these tires
50.
start to
That's a good question.
heat to them and some grip. I think that'd be the big important thing.
Maybe
These
I'll
drivers want some of
fire
that
too.
grip coming out of these corners.
That's the
Always
big
gotta
thing. I
ride
think
your
that
homies.
all the drivers want. It's just a little bit of grip to maybe
Only
have a
with the socks
chance
on.
to drive around this course. But every
Yeah, then
time
it's
they're
not
only
serious,
able to
so
run
it's
one
like
lap,
that.
and then
Yeah.
they cool off those tires even more
Socks
than the
on,
restart
fans on, lights off.
previously. Everyone's going to be trying their best as we get stacked
What
up.
the hell are they talking about?
Here,
Make sure you stay dead, Diddy.
Steve Stympian out in chat. He originally predicted 17 cautions on his end, and now saying he might think it's a little bit low. I know for most drivers, they were saying anywhere from 25 to 30 was the window they were thinking.
All right, you ready?
A lot of drivers, though.
Ready.
How many drivers will be left out on?
Go.
Is going to be the big question. It's tough to really fully damage these vehicles completely out of a race. So everyone pretty much still out on track except for one DNF. As we're
Oh, the outside
9,
sucks.
you are clear low.
you stack up trying to get rolling as Sherwood Jr. waiting until the very
Got
last.
the 9 inside now.
And it
07's going to be behind him.
now
You're going to want to get that low side if you can. You are clear low.
These drivers
7 now low.
by side, not getting single file yet. You see the 51 get right in there, right up behind the car in front of them, trying to get it that late entry.
They are turning more
7
than
still left front.
Was able to pull down. He got to the bottom line. Now the 61 still stuck on the outside, and like you said, conveyor belt.
07 still inside, left front.
Does get a little bit of green flag.
Door.
You could lose a lot of positions. You got to be able to get down if you can.
kind of ran you up the track a little bit. 28 with you. You are clear low.
After the 70 machine, it'll give an opening for the 61 to fall down. That's the kind of the positive when you have teammates around. They see that you're in a troublesome spot. They enable you to either find an opening to drop down, get low as everyone tries to single file out. We ride on board with our winner from last week at Texas, Vincent Sora. And Vinny right now is back to where he qualified in 6th position, looking for...
Oh, mostly single file after the double file right ahead of you.
At the end of last week's race, was cut short with a late caution that put everyone into a pitting zone, but here tonight,
caution. No caution yet.
Could flare up. So
couple guys wrecked in the back, still staying green. Caution's out.
Stage break. We will have an absolute caution later on as Trent jump on the brakes trying to get by Tom Bourne of these.
Right before the race, I made a steering sensitivity adjustment. I shouldn't have done it.
Falling down quickly.
So I'm relearning it.
Not what he wants to do. A driver who we thought would definitely be up there.
It ain't bad. I just went one click, so it ain't horrible.
No, but this issue, we're gonna see what happened to him, but don't want to fall down the leaderboard. You can see right here though.
I'm sorry, John. It was my fault.
And you see
they got single file in front of you very quick that time.
It's gonna be the next one. Watch out for the driver behind us, Carl Cooler. It's in a limitless machine.
It is joyous.
A little bit of smoke popping up. I think some drivers locking up their brakes, but Cooler gets under the 11, hits with a tap. Some Thompson check goes a little bit of a slide.
Yeah, the feedback. I'm talking about the what do they call it in this car? Pinion or something?
Outside, just barely in the background.
Oh yeah, the pinion. Yeah.
What used to be the
yeah, it's like a 181 or 287 or whatever. Yeah.
For himself, but he goes for his self spin with oncoming traffic. So we had 2 separate incidences, and the yellow flag caught him out.
They're using more of their right front, and that's how they're beating me off.
But for all you caution counters, that only counts as 1. So if they think we're going to get to the record, that only counted as 1 right there. We did get a little laps green flag racing there, though. So it'll be interesting to see if we break that record. Kind of going to be the talk of the night, I think, here.
And it certainly could be. Also crazy, I was looking at it, Tom Bourne, who was running at the 10th place position, deciding to pit. He is giving up 10th place position to go back all the way outside of our top 35, and this is just before we're entering into our zone of our...
You are right back where you qualified, Brian.
Came out. We do have a stage break here tonight. It's the end of lap 50.
You're holding serve.
Or if we have a caution between lap 45 and 50.
I'm really curious if they're even going to go in on the stage and get tires.
I think maybe overthinking it. Some might be thinking that the field's going to come into pit road at our stage break and hoping to maybe get a little bit of an advantage if you pit now.
What are we up to now? 5?
It definitely is something to keep an eye on because, like you said, if we get these drivers who are thinking they might not pit at all, they're not going to care about the tires if they're only putting 1 or 2 laps on them at a time. If they can make it on fuel. But if we do get some green flags,
I did like 10 laps earlier and came in with 99 on my tires. I don't think we need tires.
Danny, the blue trim on your bumper on the very bottom left, it looks like an angry face.
And then he'll be able to get these positions back later when they're forced to pit.
Yeah, I mean, you're
unless that heat cycle.
Well, gamble, so but hey, why not take it early in the season if you know, hey, this gamble could
be heat cycles. Also, that was more single run, where here you might have to be a little bit harder
so much
on the brakes, or have to give it a little bit more wheel.
Share out the broad.
Since you have more traffic around you.
Plenty of racing action here tonight. Also, if you're enjoying our stream, remember to hit that like button, and if you haven't subscribed already, we'd love if you'd hit that subscribe button as we cover 3 different leagues throughout the week. We've got Monday night ISRC Truck Series here on Wednesdays. We cover the WSSR, and then also on Thursday nights we have the Open Setup Next Gen Series of the Shoney's Doghouse Cup Series. All 3 in fantastic racing action. So again, if you haven't, hit that subscribe button and hit the bell notification button to be notified when
all right, get ready.
Live as space
ready. Go.
Time for us to get back to green flag.
There you go. Good jump.
It's gonna be Edward Sherwood Jr., Gavin Rogers. They've been the front row. They stay the front row.
You got 28 to your outside. 2's behind you.
Waits once again is Sherwood Jr. He's figured out the time, and Gavin Rogers, he's staying patient.
Caution's out.
He hasn't figured it out just yet, but the rest of the field trying to get single file already, and already early caution further on.
Not even a lap that time.
Like a pile up there, maybe
6.
The exit, it looked like Sam didn't really catch too much of it, but we're going to get the replay here for everyone.
Like, it was 74, but Nick Crawford gets sideways. He's currently in 23rd position. He didn't lose too many spots, but did get tapped by Cody Reed. A lot of drivers getting stacked on top of one another. It's going to be right on the start of this race. Everyone takes over here. So they're all stacking up. Green flag is thrown at this time, so everyone's hitting the gas pedal. He's
serving fuel real good too.
But it's going into turn number 1. A lot of drivers check up between themselves.
You're right.
And just one tap on the 74 gets them sideways, and that's enough sideways. Throw a yellow.
Looked like maybe, was it the 7 that maybe got
Imagine being the broadcaster.
in front of the
What are we talking about?
there, Cody Reed? It looked like it maybe.
Yeah, I've been there.
74 was
Yep, I've been there.
I think.
There were like 5 drivers all stacked
Do
up.
you remember your worst race?
And the tap got him loose.
Broadcast wise, yes. The Chicago road course.
You can hear the beating and banging on.
That was ridiculous.
All the cars behind it. Like
There is absolutely no camera view. It was the first year that it came out,
don't want to keep pushing too much on that front.
and it was just ridiculous.
Absolutely not. And with the timing of this caution, more drivers taking a chance in pit
That was the
road.
racing, though.
Top off on fuel or get tires. As the new group that came into pit road, going to be Douglas Newbig off on fuel.
If I'm not mistaken, they had like 25 trucks on track.
For themselves.
It wasn't bad,
Ollie Fonseca top
but
off. And Andrew Medlin.
you couldn't really keep up with a whole lot of it. It was hard.
Surprising to say, all drivers, all different teams.
See
Not
what
knowing
was going
exactly
on.
where they were on track, and
Little Motorsports of Gavin Rogers in second.
yeah,
Ryan Kelly, part of Yin Gang Racing. Snowy Desert Racing, a candidate of Christopher Norris in 4th. And 5th is Vincent Sora, part of Nightmare Fuel. And I think that's the funnest thing about this season. In the last couple of seasons, the WSSR has turned into that all-star league where all the different leagues that we've covered, you've seen the best racers from all those leagues come together to run on Wednesday nights. And here, this season, for season 9, we've had even drivers from outside of the the Freaky Fast arenas that we cover. And it's been a pleasure to watch all these drivers come together. And Justin, I mean, the competition has already proven that almost everyone inside of our top 15, top 20, we've seen be competitive and have a chance to win for the past 3 to 4 seasons.
Definitely, when you look down the list, all those drivers' names are guys you're like, okay, I've seen him win, that person's won, that person definitely could win, that person, no problem, gonna get up there and win. There's so many guys, it's not like just one or two.
all right, pace cars off.
10, 15, 20, like you said, they're all winners, and even
13's to your inside. I'll call you clear as soon as I see it.
and the guys that could easily win races if they haven't already. And it's
They're ready. Go, go, go.
It makes it fun. Makes it just so great to watch. It's just a really good league that you put on. I mean, Martinsville is definitely Martinsville, so gotta give them a pass on this.
Certainly is. As once again delaying that start is Edward Sherwood Jr., but this could be the final restart before the stage break. Again, if we have a caution between lap 4
Good launch and good speed down the straightaway.
stage, everyone else knowing if it a caution before lap
13 to your inside.
one more chance to get inside of our top 10 and get bonus points. A lot of being and banging for second place. Gavin Rogers gets shoved.
You are clear low, sir.
Kelly, Vincent Sora now trying to put pressure to move up into 3rd place, but pulling
2 now behind you.
Sure,
13 and 28 inside.
I like
28
brakes up
now
there.
inside. You got a little loose. You're clear low.
but everyone else still side by side, further on back. We've seen Bronson Stafford continuously stuck on the outside and fading backwards. He loses another spot. That's 6 positions. The 61 is lost, and he continues to struggle.
13 hit the curb. There you go. Another spot to you.
That will be the
Clear up, clear low.
Top 10 positions matter so much, but if we get to the end of lap,
That's why I was saying before, I'm glad that you're not riding the curb.
tap slide. Oh boy, Cedric Hunter has to hold on for himself. That's Brian McCann. He takes that position, and Bronson Stafford with a huge save on his own pan.
13, the Hello Kitty pink car there, you saw it. I think maybe he got that left front tire down on the curb when he was trying to undercut the driver in front of him. Maybe he hit that curb and kind of shot up the track. Something we're definitely going to see, but if you keep an eye on that curb, you can see how it has some wheel marks and damage down there just from guys getting beaten and banging on it throughout the series. That's something definitely to keep an eye on.
All right, all single file ahead of you now, Brian.
On the outside, but will he be able to get the spot back?
Stuck on the outside, and this is battling for 13th, 14th position.
Stay low, stay low, stay low, stay low. Good job.
Stafford in
Caution's out.
1. He is currently in that 10th place spot, trying to take another position. We are 3 laps to go before the stage yellow.
A very good way to get around that, Brian. Oh, yeah.
Take it back, it's thrown, and it's Brian Noel spun around, and oh no, the big contact on the 07. More drivers trying to slow up, but first gridlock.
I don't think I got damaged. I think it was a ghost hit.
For the end of the stage.
Literally right there.
Gridlock there, you see the 6.
No, you didn't get anything.
They're on the outside, and
I'll take a look at your front, but I don't think you got
more
him.
damage, and look at that.
I don't think we pit.
Bumper, and
I think we stay out.
There's the leaders. The leaders are now caught up to them. Everyone has to be careful running into this group.
You're all straight. There's not a mark.
Slow down, not to run into one another, but some drivers were still trying to get their nose straight, and there was some slight contact all around.
Aaron went in.
Required damage is Brian Noel and Justin Hendry.
I'm just going to run what I got. Holy crap.
Bronson Stafford, he was trying to look for an opening, but it looked like Brian Noel.
Yeah, Aaron Smith, Bronson Stafford, and Tom Sinjak went in.
It's a turn 2 here.
It's like the back half went in, 15 stayed out.
For 8th place, Bronson Stafford right on the.
Oh, we got plenty of few, I believe.
Well, there's a lot of guys that got involved in that wreck.
Right on top of one another, but there's the contact of Hendry.
Yeah, that's.
And then other drivers.
I'd rather be out here on old tires at the end of the race and losing positions than have to go back and fight my way forward.
Between one another, and then they continue to just.
I'm banking on my 30
and deal
cautions.
with all that back there, yeah.
See our leaders now closing in quickly, and Noel gets some slight contact, and it's just piling in as we take it right along with the 5 machine.
See, Aaron's starting 28th right now.
No 7 thought he was good to go there. That's
Teammate Larry's in 25th.
Spotters. I
wouldn't want to be back there.
Decent job, but they can't let you know that there's other cars stopped there. It just gets so hard. Blind corners.
Sitting P8.
Ryan Kelly, he come flying around that corner there, and he had to go to the outside of the leaders there when they were slowing down, because the leaders, like you said, they caught up to this accident because it was such a long accident, and he almost got some damage.
Yeah, and with the time of that yellow, that will be our stage for the field. It's Edward Sherwood Jr. that will be our stage winner. We'll wait until the next caution to talk to Edward, as I believe pit stops are underway, so we're going to be going green here in just a few laps. But once again, 3rd race of the season, dominated by Lucky Ducks. It was Drew Jua, kind of was the stage break dominator for race 1 and 2. Edward Sherwood Jr. now going to be taking the stage win for race number 3 here tonight. And
if we get like a
gotta say,
50-some lap run,
those bonus points,
and then a caution, then yeah, maybe come in and get tires
into the playoffs if you don't get the win this season.
Well, bonus points are always important at every track, but I would have to say Martinsville probably.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna have to pit anytime soon. That's for sure.
So many accidents.
And the more people that wreck out from the back, it's.
And if you didn't get the bonus point, if you
more likely that the race will go green later.
Or 2, and then all of a sudden, towards the end of the race, you've been running good, and you get spun out. You get really no points for the whole race. So getting them right now really important. Helps your.
Oh no, the top 24 stays out. So the people starting with new tires is 25th, Aaron.
Drivers calling it a night. Joining with Mike Tellier, going to be Ryan Ferraro. Still with required damage in pit road is Brian.
Yeah, again, not a mark on your car anywhere. All right, pace car is off. With 46 inside, 13 behind you.
Lap.
Ready.
And Christopher Wade, teammates of Star
go.
are fighting to get the Lucky Duck spot if we have another caution. Well, stage racing is done. It's now all about the win as we enter the restart zone. Edward Sherwood Jr., Ryan Kelly.
Clear low, sir.
Timing, but it's going to be Vincent Sora. 3rd place position has been the key to move forward. And the 51 trying to move
still clear low.
Place and go back to back potentially here this season. Seeing drivers all still trying to make their way forward. You got Trenton Jump, who's been looking decently quick on his moves forward, up 7 spots is the 46. We've also seen the 38 of Christopher Norris look fast, but
5 car way up high, stay low. You got a little loose outside.
Mentioned it all night. Looks like the 32 might have a chance to maybe get in front of the 38 there, but not able to do it. Gets in the corner too hot.
Ooh, you are
almost getting
clear and caution's out.
That left front wasn't happy that going low that time.
Pull in behind the 8 of Brian McCann. Let know we have a caution, so it's not going to be.
And it's going to be Matt Meir.
Got a little flat spot on it that time, I bet.
Spun around off the exit at turn 4. Looks like to be a small tap between maybe Tom Senchak and Matt Meir for this wreck, as you'll see that Red Bull 72 26 machine right off the exit of turn 4, right on top of one another, just quarter panel, wrong time.
And I've got my brake bias.
Another 6 or 7 cautions, you could actually be leading.
Drivers right there gassing up at a different time.
I like it. I'm looking for it.
Not gassing up exactly.
I got my brake bias a little high right now, just to be on the safe side.
6, but right there he just loops it, and looks like he kept it off the wall for the most part too.
Yeah, I mean, a good little spin, kept it off the wall.
Because once you, if you start lowering it and go on the rear heavy,
take a look at that.
there's a certain point where it's like a light switch.
Our stage winner.
And then it's just uncontrollable.
On our last yellow.
And I don't want to find it right now.
See if we can talk to Edward Schubert Jr. in the 71 for himself. Edward, it's Sam and Justin up in the booth. Congratulations on winning the stage under the last caution. How are you feeling? Because it looks like you are in a very comfortable position up front.
Yeah, it's definitely big getting, up here in the front row. That was a great qualifying effort. So we were good to go out on that beginning stage, and I'm really happy to get that stage win there because I definitely can use the points after the week we had last week. So it's definitely a good start. But we're definitely really fast. I think we can definitely contend for the win, but fuel's going to be a little bit on the back mind here, so we're trying to figure out a little bit.
I agree with you. You're definitely fast up there, and you got these restarts down past, so keep doing what you need to do out there, and hopefully we'll be talking to you shortly here. It's going to be a long race from what it seems like.
Yeah, thanks, boys. Enjoy it.
That's going to be Edward Schubert Jr. in the 71, continuing with the Lucky Duck Motorsports winning ways at the stage. As we are waiting for the one to go marker. I mean, Justin, you didn't see those first 50 laps.
It's weird how turn 2 is different than turn 4.
So far with these vehicles and the very short runs we've had.
Well, the lack of
exit
definitely surprising. I mean, I think a lot of people watch Martinsville on TV maybe, and they say those guys, it seems like they can't wreck in those cars.
Out of 2, it's a lot more lenient, but out of 4, it is quite twitchy.
Like the way the track is set up with the iRacing updates and iRacing grip model, it just seems like there's just not much grip in these next-gen cars at Martinsville, and it makes it really challenging. I mean, we see these guys get a couple laps, green flag run, and maybe we're going to get that eventually. Right now, it's just really hard to get that power down in third gear.
Of note of drivers, we've had a lot of drivers decide to come into pit road during our stage break or coming close to the stage break. Is you can see Andrew Medlin, he's sitting in pit road, just getting repairs done, getting a little bit of gas and fuel. He has been struggling here tonight after the early collisions between himself and Mike Tellier. 12 machine should be getting the look.
Pace car's lights are on.
Lead lap, but the rest of the field, our top 15 get pit. Cody Reed and
are you caught up to time? They're off for me.
But the rest of the field has made a pit stop for fuel and tires at some point this race.
No, the pace car's lights.
Shane Tarian in 15th position. We'll see if that 9 can grab any more spots, but
all right, get ready.
Start at the end of the line for this.
Are you ready? Go, go, go.
You have the one to go.
Sleeping.
And about to take off here shortly.
32 is sleeping.
Take off shortly, lap 61. And Medlin out of the pits is going to be catching up to the rear.
You are clear all the way around, sir.
You see some contact there. By the time you catch up to the end of the field, these drivers are taking off already. As you see, they're already gone. They're down in turns 1 and 2, and Andrew Medlin's just getting to the start-finish line.
Trying to get himself prepped up. It's up front. It's Edward Shore Jr.
Outside.
That's down as a launch. It's sort of close.
Caution.
Third place.
That's the problem with the tires. The braking might actually be the problem with old tires.
Teammate of Christopher Wade and Chris Stitz, it looks like. Contact and teammate issues continue for Storm Motorsports, and it's Stitz. Looks like it is a overcorrection from breaking loose.
Black clear for passing under yellow, and he was the last car in line.
Overcorrection is what we see on some of these cautions earlier, and it looks like we're going to get another one right here.
What's the caution
coming out of the corner of the next turn?
I quit counting cautions. I don't know.
More than 5.
You're going to see right in the middle of the corner.
9.
Just snaps loose.
9.
Slams into the wall, and then it's his teammate of Christopher Wade. Hard contact.
We're smashing.
And that damage required for the 17. Wade's able to continue. So he just has damage on the front end. With how hard that contact was, Chris Stitz's night could be done. That's just
the 8 machine getting any camera time over here?
On the outside.
And just running up there a little higher, and then the car sitting right there. You don't see it.
Only people getting camera time is the one that's spinning right now.
The brakes on, and the car just
I mean, they've got it. They
no grip, especially.
Pan back a little bit.
Just pieces of marbles, the rubber that you see laying on the track up there. You can slide right off into it.
Well, first quarter of the race is in the books as we are going to take our first commercial break of the night. I want to say thank you to everyone that's joining with us so far here this evening. Currently, it's Edward Sherwood Jr. started in second, took the lead quickly, and has not looked back. Tonight's race is the WSSR Cup Series Season 9, Race 3, the Martinsville 200. We're about to be back right after this. You want to see as we go side by side as we come back right after this quick commercial break.
And then come back to Martinsville with 10 to go.
Fox side by side.
No, just say it's like a rain delay.
Talent delay. Fog delay.
See, Aaron's only made it up 2 positions, so he went from 25th to 23rd.
Yeah. You get stuck back there.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, if you run that half a lane off the curb going around these corners, nobody can get under you.
Yeah, I'm playing it super safe. I think I'm staying off the curb pretty good.
Yeah.
They make it last. Bump it and bang it.
You are. You're doing a great job. That's why I'm loving these cars hitting them and bouncing off and going to the third lane.
I know the car gets run. It's gonna be that.
Yeah, I don't think you really gain much. You have to really get that angle off, and it's kind of like I don't know if you call it diamond or whatever.
Drifting up, trying to be the stealer.
Yeah.
But they turn really almost too good out of 4, really.
Oh, they wrecked! They wrecked each other! The top 2 bounced into one another, just too much of side drifting off of, and they...
Alright, here we go. Pace car's off.
The 4!
You're 4th in line on the bottom. You got 32 to your outside. Ready, ready, ready. Go, go, go. Good launch. Clear all our way around. Clear up.
Ooh,
Whoa, hold
almost
on.
lost
There
it.
you go. Good job. You're okay. You're okay. Stay low. Stay low. Stay low. Stay low.
That's gonna be a big wreck right there.
He came very close to your back bumper.
That's gonna be a big wreck.
Caution's out, sir.
Oh, that sucks for Ron.
You go back and you watch that lap 71. Wait till you see how close he got to your back bumper.
Oh.
Yeah, I wasn't even looking in. Oh, you're talking about the car that was spun?
Thank you to the person who slammed in there and broke my tail link. Thank you so much.
I don't have a mute driver button.
Yep, lap 71.
I got a new little keyboard thing here. Little numpad. I ain't got it hooked up yet, but that'll give me some more. That'll give me some more buttons. I need some more buttons.
John, we gained 5 spots.
Let's go.
And my keyboard on my left over here does not have a numpad.
Gotcha.
Thought about getting one of those button boxes. That'd be nice to have too.
I was actually thinking of that term when you showed it to me.
Aaron Smith is still in 25th. Larry Yingling made it up to 17th somehow. So that wreck must have swapped some people around back there. But no, nobody has.
If that was the new truck, you'd have like a minute 20
Game
right there.
Is that what the random damage is from? Is it the underbody?
There's still 2 or 3 people on pit road.
You can scrape or it's like with this thing, with the diffuser, you can do underbody damage. Like if you fucking hit the
top 11 have not pitted at all. 12th pitted on lap 39.
No. Yep.
Pick.
And then Gerard Hughes and Corey Reed are also out.
Some bad news for you, Patrick. Right when you tapped in, let's go for Kelly.
Or they've also stayed out, I should say.
Kelly was involved with the most recent wreck.
Ooh, I got to start on the outside this time.
Got spun around in another caution here tonight. Looked like to be contact between the
I thought Kelly could save it there. He was wiggling into the turn, but man, once you get these cars upset like that, it's almost impossible to save it.
No drivers though with required damage, but loss of heavy positions.
These cars are not
now is all the way back
easy to save at all.
Position. The field's getting ready to go. 2-1 to go here, but I want to say thank you to everyone that's joined.
I have no intentions of getting tires at this moment.
Sam Dyer joining me up in the booth for commentary.
Yeah, the tires are
Justin
perfectly
Malarkey and running productions is Robert Moyer Jr. and Justin. That commercial break giving us a little bit of a breather for us up in the booth, but for the drivers, another caution in the books.
Because when
Tough
we do that
break for them, but still leading is Edward Sherwood Jr.
Tough break for them.
All right, pace cars off.
75 though, they've been able to maintain their spots on the front row. But Ryan Kelly, he was a driver.
Going to be the 40-60 you're inside, 32 behind you.
Now not going to be up there. He's going to have to fight his way back. Going to be
ready.
But we know he's a great driver.
Go.
So don't roll him out.
Absolutely not. And we've seen drivers that have made pit stops already moving forward. Shane Tarian is
13 inside
with the freshest of tires of anyone out.
Still there.
Inside of our top 20. Green flag is out. Edward Sherwood Jr. with a great launch. A little bit of a blink for Vincent Sora as he'll get low on the 75. A gap. Rogers fighting for the second place position and trying to stay attached.
13 still there.
Jr. Rest of the field.
32 is going to be behind if he clears you.
Cooler and
you are clear low, sir.
They're challenging between one another. But
I got to hit the brake here, though.
And the green and black, that's Shane Tarian. 4 fresh tires.
I got you, bud.
38 laps ago, but you got to say.
Good run off.
He's inside
clear low.
15 with even making a pit stop. He's worked very hard to take all these positions away.
Worked very hard to get that.
Way to be, Brian.
Very impressive.
I chopped him, but he'll have to get over it.
Up through the field.
They're still side by side for P3.
We have a couple laps here. I don't want to jinx this, Sam, but you don't know. Those tires might come into play later on if you can get up there in those top couple of rows.
Absolutely not. Staying green is the biggest factor that could change this race dramatically for the drivers up front and in the middle of the field, enabling some of these drivers to really march their way through. Our top 2 trying to pull away from the battling for 3rd place, as the fastest driver on track is Vincent Sora with that fastest time. He's in 2nd place, running down our leader, but the challenge for 3rd is Christopher Norris.
There it is.
Gavin Rogers. Trent Jump's been on a fabulous run for the 46.
Yep.
He's still the quarter panel of Rogers, but Rogers.
Ooh, Aaron made it to 21st.
Andrew Medlin this time.
Trouble further on back, and it's Andrew Medlin spun around for the 12 machine.
12 machine with the second incident of the night. Not going to be ideal for him. Any track position he made up from that first incident, now he's going to have to redo it a second time here. We'll find out what happened here on the replay, but not what he wanted to see.
Thanks, Derek.
33rd
Have a good one.
Position of Andrew Medlin. And it's just going to be an easy, just driving in too deep situation and losing the rear end. He drives difficultly hard down into turn number 3 on the outside, loses grip, and away the 12 goes. That's a hard contact for Medlin there.
Yeah, that really was really hard. It impacted. Not sure if he was playing around with the brake bias, maybe got super aggressive. It just seemed like the car never slowed down and it kept going straight, like maybe had a ton of rear brake in it. Maybe.
It's funny, the 2 guys that are behind Shane Theory, and I mentioned before that they did not pit, they still have not been able to get around Shane, and the rest of the top 11 are exactly the same.
Looks like Ken
hasn't changed any since the last time we went green.
He's not made a stop here tonight, as he was up inside of our top 18.
Steve,
going to be allowing some other drivers to maybe follow in suit that are outside of our top 30 with this pit stop. We've also lost another driver here tonight, Justin Hendry in the 85. Was able to watch him run very much here this evening, but the 85 is now out of this race.
Man, if I can hold on to a top 10, I'll take it.
But Ryan Ferraro and Mike Tellier officially have called it a night for themselves, as
let's see.
In first, second, Vincent Sora.
What was our last Last race we got wrecked.
They were pulling away from the rest of the field on that.
2 hours and 3 minutes are left on the timer. What's that?
Last race we got wrecked when we were in the top 10.
That's something that.
And then the first race,
make sure
we just got screwed because of draft.
Doesn't want to give him a chance to restart this race and control it because passing him might be harder.
Right.
Okay,
So
well,
to 7-1, he's gonna have to
the
keep
fun
hammering
being
all
that.
these restarts tonight, get that gap, and then maybe.
So if something happens tonight, we'll have to come up with another excuse.
Like at the
comes out
Knocker
5-10 laps like it's been. He doesn't get a chance to get around him,
I
and that's
say,
how he's
what's
going
the
to
street spot?
this
You
race.
see a
So
black
we know right now the
yellow,
7-1.
like
Well,
a
the proof is in the pudding when you watch the stream.
Night long.
I thought about getting one of those wheels like you spin it and then it lands on a certain block and
on the time,
you know, like writing some excuses on it to see.
of the restart zone that we've been seeing 71 take off. We've been trying
There you
to
go.
keep these drives curious.
Only problem is
works.
I don't know where I'll put it because I can't reach behind me to like spin a wheel or
Take
whatever.
off maybe a little bit sooner because the last 6 restarts have been pretty similar in the area that he's taken off at.
Get a download a random number generator, and instead of numbers, put excuses.
See if he does change it up, and maybe he's trying to get these guys thinking that he's going to go in the same spot all the time.
Yeah, I wanted a physical wheel though. It just seems
All
cooler.
Trying to get a huge jump so he doesn't have to worry about any kind of late dive bombs towards the end of this race. Definitely a smart driver. We'll be watching everything he does. But look at some of these cars down in the pit stops. They're going to have to make sure they get out here without speeding and get caught up to this field before this pace car gets to them.
You also saw there bouncing in pit road was the 24 Holly Fonseca. Drivers have been talking about as iRacing had a massive
All right, pace car's off again.
change up for the truck series. All vehicles got a new true damage model. And
This is caution number 11.
Drew and Glitch, I think, current
Ready, ready, ready,
for the damage model. A lot of drivers can
and go, go, go.
damage on their diffusers just by running on the racetrack and running the race line. So drivers, I think everyone in the field has some type of damage that they're dealing with.
Oh, I went second gear somehow.
Influence
32 outside.
progress forward as the green flag is out. Sherwood Jr. not as dominant as a push, and it enables the 51 to be on that outside quarter panel. Vincent Soar trying to make him
32 still there. Not going to be able to cut in front of you just yet.
the 38. 1 second place badly. He'll stay side by
All right, clear.
The 71 of Sherwood Jr. pulls away.
Yeah, I screwed up. Went to second.
Battling down into turn number 1.
Vincent Soar, he wants to get.
You're okay. You're fine.
Norris losing his spot to Norris. Doesn't want to give up that front row.
They're about to go. Oh, I thought they were about to go 3 wide for the lead.
Position on the inside.
Right now, though, they're double wide for the first 4.
Being super clean as they maybe lean on each other coming out of the corner. But look at this, they're getting stacked up now behind him. And this is where it gets really interesting. With Trent Jump, what's he going to be able to do when these drivers get 2 by 2 in front of him?
Bad launch.
When I thought we were going to see the late dive bomb move from Trent Jump. Jump has been
You're okay.
forward. He's our biggest mover of those instead of the top 5. Up 10 positions is the 46. As he almost gets slight contact, it's a little bit
58 got a little squirrely. You are all clear.
and
A
rear.
little bit more breathing room. Just hit your marks, hit your brakes.
Slow, slight contact, beating and banging his Jump. Puts the throttle down and trying to make the pass for 3rd. Almost fully able to make the pass. As you see the McDonald's machine runs high, falters back, and Gavin Rogers.
Danny Cochran just wrecked. Caution's out.
Really see these cars how violent they are when they get onto the throttle. They just kind of shake the car violently coming out of the corner and showing how hard it is to get the rear tires hooked up. And Trent Jump, he's got it hooked up. It looks like we have a caution on the track.
Yellow flag, and it looks to be a spin by the 2 machine of Danny Cochran. Snaps loose, overcorrects, and gonna also get some slight contact between the 2 and the 26 of Tom Senchek. These drivers were battling back just outside of our top 20.
Nah, I got to start on the outside.
2, he was already pulling away at this point, but it was a hard
Yeah.
racing as
How's the brake feeling?
6 was trying to find an open.
Brakes are good. I've
I've
only made just a few adjustments. I just made one right there because I'm starting to be a little front heavy,
Still in
but
the portion of the track where the driver looks likely in 3rd gear, trying to throttle
Right.
up, and once it starts taking off,
Okay.
he started overcorrecting left, right, and then looks like kind of got finished off there too when he.
I don't know if I can pass anybody. We're all just kind of even right now, but
As we run forward with the 2 machine of Danny
I think I'm hanging with him.
6 of Tom Bourne just for Chris. You see his snap and
You are.
hoping to stay
And
on
the more they get and stay side by side and battle in front of you, the more you reel them in and more of a chance for them to mess up and you get on by
control.
and just hopefully not get collected.
All the power that these cars have, 3rd being down in 3rd gear. I mean, have to also remember that typically these motors have 5 gears, but they're running down in 3rd gear to get.
I got to remember, don't downshift into 2nd. That was a little scary.
RPM band going a little quicker, getting wheel spin, and it's a recipe for disaster sometimes when you get those, like you said, the diffuser maybe bottoming out too, coming out of the corner, and all that adds up to wrecked race cars.
That it does, as Edward Sherwood Jr., Vincent Sora.
I don't think we'll make it to 30.
I think that battle's just going to continue to fight forward. I know for Tom Senchuk, Danny Cochran, what makes that wreck even more a little bit heartbreaking for both of them is their part of
aggressiveness goes up as the race goes on.
I mean, Nightmare Fuel Team, excuse me.
True.
And both those drivers have to deal with the damage that they're dealing with currently. And looking at, again, our biggest movers of the night. For some, they
almost halfway there now.
They're keeping the position that they have. Carl Pooler in 9th place, up 19 positions. Cody Reed yet to pit. He's up 21 spots in 11.
Let's go to Aaron Smith check. He's at 20 right now.
As well, up to 13th position as he qualified back in 25th place. Some big
in the top 14, except for one guy has not pitted.
Lost a ton of positions, but they're hoping in the long run they're gonna get these positions back.
Yeah, Shane actually made up a couple spots. That little bit of a run right there.
Stage winner Edward Sherwood Jr. It was questionable. These caution laps are helping. The one first driver that is good on fuel is Shane Terrian in 10th place now. He is cracked.
Oh, we all got fuel
after making a pit stop all the way back 55 laps ago,
and has those 4 tires that are a little bit less wear on them compared to some of the leaders. I know they have not ran a ton of laps, but still getting a little bit of less wear. Maybe the tire has a little bit more grip in it later on. It could be really important. But hey, we got to talk about Trent Jump.
John Forbes.
He's gonna be right here behind the leader. If he
back in 15th, he came down pit road on lap 50. All right, buddy. Let's get ready.
That could be
ready.
Something that he's really probably wanting to have
go roll
this restart, so he can be up there and battling 71 on the next caution.
That's a battle that we have not seen of Vincent Sora and Trent Jump. We expected to maybe have
58 low.
His former champion.
9 behind you.
Monday Night Series, but instead we had to wait for Wednesday night here at Bristol. Former
58 still inside.
Series now battling here at Martinsville, and Vincent Sora has a bad middle of the corner. He'll lose 1 position.
You're keeping him honest. Still there.
Sherwood Jr. pulls away. Trent Jump slots into 2nd. The 46 is hoping this race stays green as they're
not yet clear. Left rear.
4th on back.
Vincent Sora just not able to get to the bottom, and it ran high through that corner and lost some ground here. Looks like
caution's out.
Going to get by him, and it's going to put the 75 and Gavin Rogers right underneath.
I get to start on inside this time.
Danny Cochran again.
Maybe 5th, but no, saved by the caution.
Trouble further in the back. A lot of drivers spun around. It's Justin Forbes, Christopher Wade, a few others. It looks like it starts around the 4 machine of Justin Forbes as he broke loose off the exit of the corner, and we're going to see a couple of these drivers.
He's one of the faster guys in practice.
Trying to evade where the 4 machine was going to be, but just a simple self-spin.
Eliminating 1 car
Hurts
per
the
lap
4, he
now.
whips it right in front of the field. That's a tough spot to be, as other drivers, they broke loose just trying to avoid the 4, and others piling in late.
And they see just.
I remember those races on Xbox.
Slow down.
The eliminator rounds, you couldn't be last, otherwise you got kicked off.
Kind of got close there, but no, look at that, Sam. Actually going to be right behind the pace person. Was not able to get in front now.
We did a go-kart race like that one time.
Able to get the lap back, but.
And I think that was the one where I ran up over top of Derek.
Again, I mean, he was actually running decently well. Got to give kudos on the fact that he was running inside of our top 26. And again, one of those drivers is just, let's see what the race brings as we can race on. And
I can't count
because, like you said, being passed by the pace car, most
13.
One lap down to go to the end of the line.
Laps.
But still, our leader is going to be.
I wasn't going to be eliminated that lap that I'm talking about when I run over Derek, but the guy behind me was. So he full sent it, and came up and bumped me into Derek and caused my cart to hop up on top of Derek.
But we're gonna see. I mean, he's up there now challenging. We saw him move through his field.
So me and Derek wrecked off the track, and the guy who was going to be eliminated won the race.
He's getting around these guys slowly but surely.
We're stopping by the
battling all the restarts, being stuck on the inside, outside, not where we want to be all the time.
Or Drake's house.
Able now get into that front row.
That was a fun one
to do here with this leader.
Yeah, I mean, you brought up Trenton Jump on our last restart. There's another couple of drivers. Give note again. Carpool are up 20 places because of staying out. An impressive run by the 58 that runs in 8th place.
Has
Also,
anybody
Brian
heard
McCann in
his
9th
latest
position.
release?
He's inside of our top 10. And Cody Reed in 10th position, up 22 spots from where he started. Thank you for joining with us. First half of the race. 13 cautions. So
hey, we made it halfway.
We have ran more caution laps than
we got plenty of time left too. We still got an hour and 53 minutes.
Make the hard decision to go into pit road because the tire wear just has not been too great. As last time we had like a decent green flag run, Vincent Soar put down the fastest lap of the race. We are not seeing a lot of wear and tear, but certainly here tonight, the more caution laps have been ran, the pace car. I'm going to take this from Richard Wilson for being the MVP of the night so far. Being out there for these drivers, play a little bit of pace car simulator.
Give us a 500.
Pace car definitely getting the laps tonight. But
can we just put 30 minutes on the clock?
I want to still.
All right, ready?
I always like seeing
pace car's about to pull off.
Glowing. I want to get some of those shots when the brakes are starting to glow, but we haven't had the laps yet to get the heat into these brakes to see who's got the front
there he goes.
rear brake and trying to give it's a great way to see who's doing what out there on track with their brake bias. But maybe.
All right, sir, your P5 on the bottom.
I'm hoping.
25 outside.
If your driver, most of them
ready, go.
Out on track, majority of the field still on the lead lap. Who are you rooting for? Who do you want to see sneak through this field and be up front and challenge the 71? I'm sure.
Yeah, Shane Therian behind you.
Find out as we are officially into the
very good exit
race. 71, great launch, trend jump, trying to defend for that second place position. As Christopher Norris going to get to that inside quarter panel, try and get the better launch off the exit of the corner. They'll stay side by side.
Still outside.
The rest of the field continuing to fight side by side as well. Only driver in a comfortable spot.
Hold on to it. Shane checked up.
Dang it.
You did you a big favor right there. Outside.
Stacking up the field.
You're okay.
15th on back.
Just gather it back up.
Squeeze.
Shane all the way up. You are clear, Shane.
Stay green.
Drivers all do a great job of avoiding any issues with the checkup there, and they're still 2x2 back here though, but they're giving the guys
cautions out. Caution 14.
It's a little high.
You have to hit the shifter just right, and I've been messing up
Stafford,
on it.
Brad Delp, and Tom Senchak.
Caution though behind him.
I'm going the wrong way here.
Brad Delp, Tom Senchak, hard contact all around. Believe it's the 6th machine. Who I accidentally coined as Dakota Moniz earlier in the race with contact into Brian Noel. Looks like Dakota and the 6 got into some contact, and see it here on replay off the exit.
Yeah, Shane did me a big favor there when I about looped it in front of me. He went high.
Pit stop. Bronson Stafford.
Yeah.
Innocent victim watching the 6.
He just went down pit road.
Failing to do so, and after the contact with the 26 into the 5, Tom Senchak goes for a wheel.
I think on next caution you should probably come in too.
Wow, big impact right there on him. That could definitely be some damage. You see the tire all twisted up there. Probably some required damage on that. I would think that was heavy.
You'll have 50 laps, pressure tires.
It is required damage. Shot.
Yeah, but we ain't been doing 50 laps green though.
We're
14th and 15th.
We thought it was fuel was good. Shane Terry.
No, you're not, but
under this.
I think that was
from 11.
40.
Riding on board.
8 laps under green right there.
Trying to slow down, not able to do so. That contact just lets the car drift up.
Where's Shane at? Where's he coming out at?
Front right tire, broken toe length.
Oh, let's see. I don't see him.
And the 26 required damage is fixed, but he's now going to be a 1 lap down, back out on track.
29.
Machine and,
I don't want to be in 29.
I would say at this point of the race, Justin, making a pit stop is a huge gamble.
Really is. I'm trying to think maybe what his mindset is, and maybe he's thinking, Sam.
Yeah, I'm just.
I pitted that one time.
Thinking it would be you'd
45, 50.
Be a little bit better off with.
He was able to come up through the field.
Some tires that don't have so many cycles on them, and I see you getting tighter, getting into the corner.
Restart, and he's thinking maybe he's going to do.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely slowing down, getting tighter, and getting harder to drive. But
I know we haven't ran full green flag laps, but maybe just the cycles on the tires, and maybe he's just.
I think we got what we got.
Out, or maybe he just wants some good practice for later on in the season on these restarts.
I got to quit messing up. I'm screwing up the driving right now.
On the lead lap, as he's
so that's all on me.
Recipient for the 2 machine. We'll bring up that race report.
Well, when you said earlier that it was getting heavy in the front end, I figured, okay.
Now, the drivers, it's a 14th caution.
Yeah, we're getting less grip here, so I don't know if that's heat cycle or getting worn out, but.
You know, for our top 13 drivers, they have yet to pit for these 109 laps. It'll have to be 110 when we get the 1 to go marker. And we've only ran 39 green flag laps. That's not a lot of wear and tear with the cool down cycle that we've been going on with the majority of these laps being under yellow.
Really is not a lot, but maybe he just felt like there was something, maybe not on the wear.
Actually, I was wrong. Not 48 or 49. It was 39. So 39 green flag laps. Did the math wrong.
10 and then decided to go and get the tires, and I can't see any of these drivers pitting. So I mean, I can't see anyone else in the top 10 pitting now this late into the race. But I mean, find out.
Yeah, I think we found our 13 drivers, unless they're caught up in a wreck.
All right, sir. Here we go.
Give up track position at this time.
Ready.
Everyone else trying to find
go.
advantage if they can find one. But base car pulls off. We get ready for this restart. It's
38 underneath us, 16 behind.
Outside, figuring out this timing from Sherwood Jr.
You are clear low, sir.
He goes a little bit quicker. Jump figures out the timing, and it's way better than that second row. Jump's going to duck down, but Norris puts on the pressure, defends that third position, trying to steal second. And this battle for second is
cautions out.
And really, it's been second on back that's given us the best show of the night. Sherwood Jr. always gets the better launch.
46 lost the right front.
He's going to have a chance to be up on that outside, but look at the 46. Oh, no, big contact on the outside wall. Looked like he maybe locked up the tire and overcorrected up
caution
into the wall.
Further on back, as it's the 01 of Matthew Rodriguez bringing out a caution around the time that Trenton Jump had that issue. And I think Jump's going to keep the track position as the 01 is going to have a little bit of overcorrection spin off the exit of turn 4 as trying to find an opening to get by Ryan Kelly. Kelly, again, a driver that was up front, still stuck in the middle of the field, but you see the overcorrection by the 01. The other driver's trying to avoid, and Brad Delp setting the inside wall. The rest of the field able to avoid more carnage, as that is caution number 15 of the night.
Green when it was open. It was open and I went down, but I guess it was black to my left for some reason.
Back on both heroes coming out of this corner.
Yeah, can't clear black flags for closed pits.
All the back end there, right there. But all right, if we're able to maybe get on there with the 46, did he also get any damage up there? It looked like he got up into the wall pretty hard. Trenton Jump when he was there battling with Chris Norris.
He did. It was required damage for Trenton Jump with the contact. That was around the same time. It was right after the spin by the 01. So we're going to go back and try to find this contact being made.
From now on,
and again,
every black
like
flag
we noted
I
on
get
Justin, it was right when the yellow flag came out, this contact was made between the 38 and the 46 down into turn number 1.
It doesn't matter.
It's got loose.
Right here anyway, so I'll probably start in the back
probably that rear brake that we talked about. He just got in there and he tried to save the car. It looked like it was probably going to start to spin out on him, and he tried to overcorrect it. And not that he tried to overcorrect it, but he did overcorrect it.
We need at least one more caution so we can get Brian Johnson back on the lead lap.
Because we really were thinking he might have a chance to be up there on that front row doing something later on in this race.
I mean, he was one of the drivers that really had a good launch to compete with the 71, and instead
Larry Yingling made it back up to 13th, though. He's doing some work.
Down as Trenton Jump. Also into pit road is Bronson Stafford, who got McGraze on that last incident.
Aaron's sitting on 17th.
Go a lap down. And
Ron Kelly, who got dumped way back, is 18th.
Way through the field, and instead,
so they're working their way up, but the top 12 still has not pitted.
Get that required damage down. We're down to just 12 drivers yet to pit so far, and they're all inside of our top 12. Those drivers being our leader of Edward Sherwood Jr., Christopher Norris, Vincent Sora, Gavin Rogers, Zach Hall, Cody Reed, Cedric Hunter, Carl Pooler, Brian McCann, Joshua Kanata, Jared Hughes, and Anthony Gaudio. Going to be your 12 drivers yet to pit here tonight, and there was strategy calls. A few drivers saying they were not pitting. That was the ultimate plan from the start of the race. They were not going to pit. And quote from Joshua Kanata, when I was talking to him earlier, right before we got prepared for this broadcast, he said he wasn't going to pit unless that engine fell out of the car. So it was 16. Expect him to try to gain a couple of more positions of other drivers in front of him, get into trouble like we just saw from Trenton Jump. But Justin, any final thoughts before we take another restart here on lap 118?
Well, I'm thinking if
all right, bud.
Crew Chief, you're telling me that Mike
base car's off.
did not need to happen tonight, and I could just play and close my eyes and hope my driver gets to the lead because there's no strategy play. Is stay out there.
All right, ready.
And get to the front.
Go.
Get to the front. It's going to be the goal. As Christopher Norris will start on the outside. Edward Sherwood Jr. has been restarting in the lead since the second
Good launch.
race.
Clear all the way around.
Continue to stay up front for himself, as it looks to be maybe some trouble deeper.
He overcorrected.
Stay low. There you go. Clear 2. Caution's out.
Another lockup.
2 of them overcorrected.
Texas. He is hoping to get back out on track, but the 15 major troubles for himself. Trouble between Carl Pooler and also going to be Nick Crawford.
All right.
Cody
And moves John up to P8.
Pooler from running up front to heavy damage for the 58.
Was that 3 of our drivers that did not pit yet? Are we now down to 9 drivers?
Just look.
Wait, did Cody, did he save that?
See here for drivers.
Was that who almost dumped it in front of me?
Cody Reed going to have a little bit further up. I think he can
He's behind you.
The biggest damage over corrects
No, that was the other. What was that?
Smashing the rear end for the
There was one car.
When I said good launch, you actually beat him off the corner.
As you're right on board with Carl Pooler, you can just see overcorrect, snaps with grip, sits and waits.
But how did Cody have to pass me
In
there?
the rear end.
Yeah, it's just sitting there.
That was Carl Pooler and Chris Fail.
Probably, I'm assuming, calling it out over the radio, but just some guys up in that higher line.
I'm all confused.
Unfortunately, not able to see it, and I think he would have been all right, but that damage really did him in. As you see, no one pitting in the front 10 right there.
And can confirm, if you're any Ken Campbell fans out there, Stone Motorsports had just a complete meltdown tonight, and it looks like the same issues as last week. His whole entire rig froze up and had to take the tow to pit road. You hate to see that for the 15, who last
Damn, Ken locked up.
until that issue.
I'm lucky it hadn't happened to me.
Was having a decent recovery run, and now we'll have to sit in pit road getting repairs done after having put his car.
Hey, knock on something.
Looking at drivers right now, everyone that was in.
There you go.
Carl Pooler has to go to pit road, and now only 11.
Yeah, no, I've gotten lucky and almost wrecked a few times myself, so
running.
hopefully I can finish this one out.
But the number 9 machine up to 19th, he was 24th on that, so he was able to get
right.
And me not being aggressive
The
so
same
far
thing
that
happened
has
last
helped.
week. Got lucky, got around a couple guys, and then
the top 10 with those tires. 79 laps to go. Can he still do this? Can he get up there and shake it up with Ed Shearer Jr.? And Sam, we got to.
I don't think I've made all of my passes have been somebody wrecking in front of me. I think. I don't think I've made a legitimate pass yet.
Qualify first. What he did on that first restart is he got the lead, and he has not given it up since he got it. So we have to give him a huge shout out to him getting the lead on that first restart.
I don't know.
Because
I think you have
put him in position to
1 or 2
in this race and not having to battle like all these other
I've
guys.
passed people, but they like wiggled in front of me
right now.
Yeah, I mean, it has been incredible to see the fact that Edward has been able to hold this top position after taking it on the initial start of this race. And
now it's even easier to get that wiggle out of 4, and we just saw 2 people.
Martinsville is one of those races where you have to pay attention all the time.
5.
Yeah.
No pole sitter has ever won this race, so
you can even wreck on the straightaway.
But drivers that have won,
you try to turn right too much.
5. When they ran in this next-gen vehicle, it was Brian P. Johnson taking the victory. He led 180
All right, ready?
laps of 200.
Ready.
We might be seeing a similar
go.
here by the 71 of Edward Sherwood Jr. with how well he's been dominating up front. But it's time to see what this restart.
He downshifted for a second below me.
71 of Sherwood Jr. Once again, he waits until the
You are clear low, sir.
to take off there, and it gives gonna beat Vincent Sora on the outside. Good launch. He's got the nose ahead. Sora trying to.
Oh, he got tagged in the back.
Now we gotta fight for the lead.
Stand up. All right, go.
Down into the corner.
Keep it going.
Sora trying to make the outside groove work for himself.
Oh, man.
It's right on back. He'll take the position, but
yeah, he was wrecking in front of me, so.
McCann.
Wow, Brian McCann, my pick. Oh no, now I wanted to see.
Now we got a pit.
Yeah.
Brian McCain was running pretty good there inside the top 10 all night, but wow, Vincent George, he really gave Ed Shearer Jr. a restart for his life right there. I mean, it's 75 to go, and that's something that now is in 71's mind, is he's got to switch things up because if the 51 gets around him, he might be hard to get back by.
It might be, as the 8 machine of Brian McCann going to be the driver that's
Where's my pit?
around, bring out this caution, as it's looking like it was a simple just was going for the position, saw a driver slightly spin in front of him, and got a tap from Joshua Kanata, forced the 8 to spin around, and this could be forcing another driver yet to pit. Brian McCann into pit road after loss of position. It's going to be Cody Reed here, down into the corner. The exit move, 25 go. Slightly loose, forces McCann out, and Kanata nowhere to go, taps the 8, spins him around, and that's going to be
checking to see if you have any damage. I don't think you do, though.
And deciding just to head into pit road is the 8 machine.
Line up single file.
That's really unfortunate for the 8 machine, Brian McCann. Like you said, when the car in front of him kind of got it loose, he just checked up that little bit just to not run into him, and then unfortunately Kanata had nowhere to go and was ready.
Yeah, I don't think that car behind me could see what was happening in front of me, so
as more drivers calling it,
I had to do what I had to do because he was at one point going left.
The way his rig has been,
I had nowhere to go.
Recently, these last couple of weeks, Tom Sinchek going to be the most recent driver to call it quits, though, as he's been dealing with damage for the last.
You don't have any damage at all, sir.
He's been around. Some drivers are getting slight contact. But we really got to talk about that last restart. Vincent
I unfortunately got to be aggressive now.
Edward Sherwood Jr.
Still looks like a brand new Camaro, just a little bit of rubber on the front.
A little bit sooner and maybe catch Sora off. You cannot wait until the very last moment. You then, as the driver next to the leader, know exactly when they're going to go.
Oh, he definitely probably right now in his mind's thinking, okay, I gotta.
Good news is you stayed on the lead lap.
Early, get a little.
I think. Let me double check that.
Those tires were 99, 99, 99, 99.
Yeah. What he has planned. The way he's getting onto the throttle on these restarts. But I mean, Vincent Sora, he did what he.
Well, now they're 100, 100, 100.
Down into the corner on that restart.
And they'll probably be 100, 100 at the end of the race.
Just ahead of him down the straightaway, because you have to think of it this way: if you could just be in front of him a little bit on that timing line, and the caution comes out.
All right, man, we're going green.
He might be.
You lost all the spots anyway. You might as well.
I'm not able to do it right there.
Oh, looking at drivers so far, I feel like every time we count down the drivers that are still yet to pit this race, we lose one of them, but we're down to 10 drivers that have yet to pit so far here tonight. Our top 9, and then Anthony Gaudio, who runs in 11th and 12th position. Currently, drivers with freshest of rubber, it's Shane Terrian in 17th place. Drivers have already pitted to watch out for.
All right, ready.
Yingling in
10th
position.
Base car's off.
Side by side. Will Vincent Sora get the timing this go around?
Right.
And possibly not.
Ready.
Restart. The timing of a comeback. 51 in the lead position to try to go back-to-back in victories. Can we see Lucky Duck finally find the luck to get into victory lane? They've been great at the stage breaks. But at the end of the races,
07 outside.
As the 71 gets a huge shove from Gavin Rogers. Rogers wants the second place position, and right behind that 75,
caution's out. Stay low. There you go. Keep it low.
Bounces into the outside wall. The battle for the lead. Contact! Sherwood Jr. Sherwood spun.
Okay.
Oh no, Zach Hall spun. And all calamity strikes on lap 131 with 70 laps to go.
Wow, you saw the 75, you saw the left front tire lock.
I think you're involved in that.
When he got into the
I think I'm going to have to do some 3 wide. I could have done some 3 wide right there.
That shakes everything up. How's the 71 going to get back up there? It's just such a dominant car. You're going to see right here in the replay.
And in one blink of an eye, this race changes dramatically. Spun is Sherwood Jr. Zach Hall goes around. John Forbes spins around.
I bet he's mad.
But the 71, that spin forces him from the lead all
I'm sure he is.
30th position. And Gavin Rogers is given the top spot. Cody Reed over the radio immediately apologizing to Zach Hall because that contact, that spin, it forces Zach Hall also to the end of the line, and Hall with the contact required damage for the 32 machine.
Wow, you see right there, it looked like the 30.
Got a little bit of a bumper tag at the end of that. No damage at all.
It all starts right there, 38, get in the wall, not part of the incident up front. Just one of the things we had to watch. Just look at this right here. You think the 38 is going to get through, and then no, it closes up, and that's where he gets his damage also.
Other drivers squeeze to the inside, but Zach Hall broken, so like I believe he'll take just the toe.
I mean, if I want to get back up through the field, I'm going to have to do some free wide, right?
And he 3 laps down. Zach Hall,
That's my
we're
bad.
inside of our top 5.
Gonna have to try something.
32nd position.
But I tell you what, like, we are far from done with cautions. That was caution 18. I think we're gonna hit that 30.
Decided to go into pit road just yet. Gavin Rogers also going to be given an end-of-the-line penalty for the 75 machine, which gives the lead to Vincent Sora in the 51. Second is Christopher Norris. Cody Reed in third.
Or be very, very close to it
Forces
by lap 200.
And the reasoning why Gavin Rogers wrecking the leader for the lead position. Penalty in the 75. This contact gives him the end-of-the-line penalty and sends him to packing to 27th place.
It really shakes up the top 5 positions. I mean, this really is going to be anyone's race now. All night we saw the 71 have the restarts down. But right here, 75, watch the tires stop turning.
Alright, man, line up on the inside
right there,
row.
it's locked up right now. Kind of the camera pans to the other side, but when it locked up,
if you
it kind
ever
of just
want to
brought
drive
up the
another
track.
race without the risk of
Nothing that 71 can do right there.
Ed Shear's 2 cars behind you.
Absolutely nothing, and it's just going to be setting up.
And
He didn't go down pit road either.
That's a bold strategy.
We are about the one to go.
Fresh
Turn
coming
2.
right
Your
up.
new top 5 drivers.
See how it plays out for him, Cotton.
Sora lead with Christopher Norris, Cody Reed, Joshua Kanata, and Jared Hughes going to be your top 5. Anthony Gaudio's in 6th.
All right, sir, get ready.
New Biggins in 7th.
Ready.
The drivers with
Go.
behind them. Pace car into pit road with less than with coming up to 65 laps.
Wow.
This race is no longer just dominated by one.
Right.
It's wide open.
67 right rear.
Norris to the inside line. It's in line. Here we go, Justin. It's a wild card now.
61 now to your right rear.
Stay low.
Now these drivers are like, we got 71's not up there anymore, and we got to figure out who wants to lead this race now to 51. He wants to get up there and lead, but Christopher Norris, he's been strong all night. He's going to try and be there. But Sam, I got to ask you.
One outside.
There, that green machine maybe running in 10th position.
Do
you know if
Caution's out. No spin. Stay on it. Okay, got it.
Kelly behind, but Kelly's being pressured by the 06 of Tom Bourne, Shane Darian. Seeing the contact spin, and it's Joshua Kanata, Anthony Gaudio. More drivers on old tires yet to pit. Get caught up in a mess.
Gets caught up in the mess.
You're up to 22nd.
Did not get caught up there. We were on board with them. The 9 machine now inside the top 10. On to 4 fresh tires. Only got about 20 laps.
Nobody pits. I got to start on the outside.
Laps. Is he going to get up there and mix around with these drivers?
And Joshua Kanata currently 14.
Oh, wait, no, I'm 21.
You got Larry Yingling
Was going for
and Ed Shear behind you. Andrew Medlin.
Jared Hughes, and it backfires as he was trying to put the block down. You're going to see here down in the
What'd you say about 21?
forward.
No, I am 22. It just updated.
Point and just gets tap spun around. Anthony Gaudio gets a little bit of contact in. Joshua Kanata, that contact would be tough.
One thing was saying 21, the other was saying 22, so I was confused which I was.
Top 5 down to 14th position. He is the 16.
Gotcha.
Not ideal at all. Track position all night, working hard. 137 laps he spent trying to get all that track position. Then the last 2 laps, now you lose it, go back to 14th, and kind of going to be in that middle of the field where we've seen so many of these accidents happening all night.
I want to put more brake on my rear, but I don't know how close I am to that limit. I think I'm right at it.
We looked at our top 5 runners. The 5 teams that were dominating, that were shown in our top 5, are still there. You've got a nightmare fuel with Vincent Sora leading this race. Christopher Norris.
Aaron made it up to 7th because everybody in front of him is racking out.
For God Monster Motorsports, going to be in 3rd. Next Level Motorsports now has Jared Hughes representing that team. And for Lucky Ducks, it's Douglas Newbigging. This 7, if you got to put lucky on anyone, it's the...
As bad as this season is starting out, man, I hope I'm able to get up to 16th by the playoffs.
And again, I mean, he has been on a wild streak of being in our podium position. It almost goes all the way back.
Yeah, well, let me take a look at the schedule here.
Douglas,
we got an uphill battle.
With the way that he's running.
A really hot driver coming into tonight. As you saw, he was up there in the points leader. Had that early spin. We talked about how frustrating it must have been for him. I think at the time he was running 4th or 5th, maybe.
Next week is Long Beach and then Michigan.
5th position. Look at that, Sam. Now up into the top 5. with under 60 to go. He's got to make sure he's able to finish.
I won't be here for Daytona. That sucks.
And a few other drivers that we really haven't talked about at all tonight, because it's been with all the cautions.
Oh, this is a draft fest anyway.
What the scenario is up front, drivers that are inside of our top 10. Aaron Smith the second in
car inside, car inside, car inside, car outside, car
tonight, which
I'll be up in New York camping.
A lot about the fact that he's been looking quick in that yellow machine. And other drivers of note, Nick Crawford, he's had a couple of spins. He's in eighth position. Shane Terrian, who's been the big.
All right, pace car's going to go ahead and pull off.
Be an advantage for the 9 machine in 9th and in 10th. It's the 06 of Tom Bourne. We have yet to really talk about a lot as over the
51's the leader, 38's to his outside. Ready, ready, ready.
Green, green.
Go, go, go.
He might be the next one to get complicated cursed on. We'll see if it happens. But up front, it's Vincent Sora, Christopher Norris. Who will survive this restart?
3 wide. 71 backed off. Let you have it. You are clear low, sir.
38 to 38 does the same thing as the previous.
Yeah, that's heavy on the rear.
Hold on to it.
Right behind him. This one risk anyone else behind
one
him.
outside.
One outside.
Still there.
A one outside. Clear him.
Position, but right now these drivers are getting
71 threw it in.
There's 2 by 2 from there on back.
That just got dumped by Ed.
It's going to be our top 4, a little bit side-by-side action for 5th place. But it's
he was the one that was throwing it in every time.
Just behind and trying to move forward as a lot of drivers. Calamity strikes in the middle of the field.
I think my car's got damaged this time.
Drivers that just had to make pit stops. See Matt Meir, Trenton Jump, also the 07 of Brian O'Well.
Can you look at it?
All the way further on back is Gavin Rogers. As another
right now
the field that we're going full bore. It was go time for a lot of these drivers up front.
Definitely bored. They know Sam is getting towards the end of this race. You see, I think that's
actually not bad. A little bit of
some of those guys
actually
going into the corner. Wow.
Let me see here.
Right there into the wall. I mean, he went from battling for the lead to now he's back there and
they backed this out.
Right there, stuck behind the 07, trying to jump. Another driver up there who was battling, still stuck up there. Now he gets it going.
Look to be around.
Maybe a little bit of a crinkle in the left front, but not bad at all. A little bit of separation between the fender and the hood. That's it.
Shuffled up.
Very little.
We're just muscling his way through, and we knew this was going to happen at some point of drivers further on back. Trying every little.
The way Ed was throwing it in that corner, I knew I was going to get.
You could say for the 71.
Spun by him at some point.
Go forward, gets clobbered with the Matt Meir spin.
Yeah.
And drivers at this point, I mean, Justin.
He'll do it again though. He's up in 17th, so.
Quarter of this race.
They need a. He wasn't the cause of the wreck, was it?
Opportunity left, especially if we're going to potentially spend maybe 20.
Somebody in front of me.
Caution.
Yeah.
He only has so many laps.
Him dumping you was the cause of it.
So really, these guys can't wait anymore.
Is the penalty EOL if you cause a wreck?
I do know that the 7th place machine, he's got those tires we've been talking about. It's been fun watching him come up through the field. We didn't get to talk too much on that previous.
But I think there was multiple wrecks. Like somebody started it ahead of us, and that's what I was dodging. And Ed just came.
Maybe actually went.
Said, "Hold my
kind of dropped out
lemonade," and went straight in.
11th place currently, and for Anthony Gaudio and Joshua Kanata, both in the situation of older
lemonade. Okay.
For the 16 and 29. Also, Jared Hughes in 6th place.
Had to think about that for a minute.
On top of our top 3, so there is a large majority of drivers out there on track that have yet to hit one driver, though, of note. That I just want to give a huge kudos to.
We're just going to leave that chat off.
Of Justin Forbes, he had to start at the end of the line.
I think that's better for everybody.
Penalty last week, coming up to the final quarter of this race. He's in 16th position for Justin Forbes.
So you got 44 laps at Long Beach, and then 100 laps at Michigan.
I mean, he's doing a great job staying out of trouble. Like we've said, that's the ultimate goal when it comes to Martinsville. Just to get a good finish, avoid the wrecks, and you'll find yourself with probably one of your best.
Caution number 20.
Season.
And I'm sure that was his goal, definitely going into tonight. Like you said, we haven't really talked about him.
To be 50 to go this time.
He hasn't been caught up in these accidents. He's been staying clean. I think
50 to go, more like 5 more cautions to go.
Earlier in the race, but since then he's kind of locked it in and having himself a nice top 20 finish with the amount of.
Just measure this race by cautions.
He's learning fast, and he's got a great person.
All right, you ready?
Well, we are 2 cautions away from tying the record.
Pace car's off.
Ever cautions.
51's still the leader, coming to the line. Ready,
And we are 2 cautions.
Go.
Having more caution laps ran than green flag laps ran. We'll see if we can break a record. And will these drivers make it to the end of this race? Will we need overtime? Let's find out as we're back to green flag.
46 outside.
The better launch, but the battle for second place goes to Christopher Norris for now. Cody Reed trying to use his bumper to get.
Now you got the 11 outside. They kind of got checked up just a little bit out there. Got the 13. Stay line. There you go. Caution's out.
You have to keep your eyes on how are they going to move forward. And Jared Hughes, old tires, really holding up that outside lane. And oh no, it's Douglas Newbegin again. No, with a second time, he spins inside of the top 10, and he'll fall to 30th.
And his enough time in his
Aaron's done made it back up to 4th. He's going to win this thing.
Back up there, under 50 to go. Was it the self-spin? Was the same thing as the first time, Sam? It looked like it, from what I caught. It looked like
I tell you,
went to gas up in the same.
He's a smart little cookie sometimes.
Just maybe a little.
Yeah, but how's nobody rear-ended him yet?
Touched the rumble strips. It got the car unbalanced and just spun around instantly.
He hasn't had anybody aggressive enough behind him.
Down there, throws the car, de-wedges it, gets all that weight on the other side, and just loops it getting into that, especially when you're in third gear trying to get into the gas.
That is caution 21.
Good news is the car felt fine.
Justin, the admins, the drivers knew the record was most likely going to get shattered as we
That's good.
finished 3 quarters of this race. We got 1 quarter to go, and we have 1 caution to go to tie the record of most cautions. I think we're at the pace where we will get over 22 cautions. The question is, how many will we get at the end of this race?
You are a betting man. I'm guessing you're going to say it's definitely going to get records going to be broken.
With the green-white checkers, we might still be able to get 30.
Probably at least 4 more. I would say at least 4 more.
It's
very possible.
Because you know, if we get to the green-white checkers, we're going to be using all 3 of them, and then the caution is going to come out on the 3rd one before the white flag.
Do the math. I think we might have a little bit of 6, possibly 7, 8 if we use all of our overtime attempts. We got a lot more. I think we could.
In 5 or 6 years of broadcasting, I actually broadcast my first race like 2 weeks ago, where they used up all of the green-white checkers.
Talking about a guy named Ryan Kelly, up to 7th position now. He was one who we saw running so good.
I can remember some were used up all 3, and then the yellow came out before the white on the last one.
Staying clean.
So we finished under yellow.
1 incident tonight, so I think everyone had at least 1 incident. So
gotcha.
It'd be good to go now for the rest of
I remember more than 1.
We know he has a little bit
a long time ago, though. It hasn't been recent. Hasn't been in my streaming days.
Be able to do it.
And not an extreme amount of fresh tires compared to our front 3, but Aaron Smith's 2nd and 4th.
Okay.
He also has a slight advantage over our leaders.
Maybe 1 has. Maybe back when I was in the Tyler Daniels league.
Just pitting
All right, man,
47 laps ago.
All right, man,
Maybe.
line up on the inside road.
Pit road, there was a 39 lap difference of green flag racing wear and tear compared to our front 3 to Shane Terrian. So there's a
Aaron Smith is 4th. He's on the outside. Pace car's going to be pulling off at the end of the straightaway.
Shane Terrian was looking for that pit stop that he made just 50 laps ago.
All right,
it
man.
really might have been. It's just probably not so much like that the tires are like some tracks are.
All right, sir.
50%. It's just that
exiting
on them and
4, coming to the line, ready.
Green flag, green flag.
Go.
Shane has a little bit extra to drive it down into the corner. He was very smart for taking the gamble, and it's been paid off. But you have to give it to also maneuvered through all these cars.
Wreck on the outside, stay low. Caution's out.
How did everybody know to hit the brake? That was impressive.
Didn't even complete a light.
She's the 38. Get Christopher Norris out of the way. Cody wants 2nd.
They've been hitting the brakes a lot tonight. They're used to it.
Holy smokes! Cody just destroyed Norris.
Wow, we're gonna see that on replay definitely multiple.
How did I lose 2 spots off of that?
On there, but that shakes up the running order again, Sam. These drivers keep moving forward that are on the fresher tires. You're just gonna find out right here what happened.
I guess that outside line was further ahead.
Yeah.
It's gone. Cody Reed.
Let me see here.
The contact was brutal. What I mean,
because the inside line checked up first, I believe.
Too late for Christopher Norris. Did he come down so late that Cody just couldn't react?
Yeah.
That's gonna be a big question. This is gonna be the perfect view. That's just
so at the line, the 61 was to your outside.
Cody felt like he was gonna make the corner with that speed, but that was a very late move by Norris.
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah. When you checked up the 61 and the 11 got by you.
Corner under heavy braking. Maybe Cody wasn't expecting it at the moment. Can't just stop these cars instantly. But also on the previous 2 restarts, 38 did the same thing where he shot down in there and Cody Reed both times cut him slack. Maybe like it's getting later into this race and he's thinking, hey, you can't keep making these late cuts on me. I'm not going to keep cutting you slack.
Yeah, I mean, over the radio, even right now, Cody Reed is saying the same exact thing. You've made that same move, but I felt like I had a better run on that restart than the last 2 restarts. And ultimately, Cody Reed, contact, he'll keep and hold that position. And we'll see how that 25 is going.
If that was one car that caused that there, why ain't he getting an EOL?
And the driver we've been clamoring about the most here, Justin. He's in 3rd. Shane Terry.
That's a good question.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they don't do EOLs, but they do post-race penalties. That might be what it is.
Well, we thought he was going to be in 2nd. The way that caution came out.
Oh, okay.
Being in 3rd.
I get all these leaks mixed up.
On that inside line, he'll be able to follow the leader on the restart, maybe get right there in the 2nd and not have to worry.
Tell me about it. They bleed into each other.
Like Norris just had to do.
Yeah, they all got different rules.
And that might be what he needs to do. Maybe he might need 3 or 4 laps just to get around. He's got the tires. But I tell you what, Sam, if he's going to make the move, he's got to do it fast. Because as these cautions come out, it just kind of makes the
40 to go.
Shorter. I mean, we know with the 71 up.
That's caution 22. I think one more and it breaks the league record.
Tonight.
It is for sure led the most, as this caution has tied the record. 22 cautions have been thrown here tonight, the most ever in WSSR history. Of
keep getting turn 1 wrecks, we might get there.
Man, we're going green
Kern County, we had 22 cautions over that race. Here tonight, we still have 40 laps to go, and we just hit that marker. How many more yellows will we see? I mean, if it will
watch it go green from here.
Start of this race. I mean, Justin, we had 4 cautions in the first 18 laps of this race. Well, the possibilities are still.
I was gonna say fat chance, but I'll be optimistic.
This might be a record that will never be touched again. But it's just because of the amount of drivers we have out here on track.
All right, bud.
That we're running.
Get ready here.
It was a combination of chaos, and we all kind of knew it.
Coming off 4.
Just
got the line now. Ready. Go.
Caution, it breaks the caution record. It'll set us at 23. But Vincent Sora, he doesn't want anymore. He just wants to pull away and win this.
How the hell did he save that?
Stay low. Go high. Go low. Good job.
Barely high, and no, Shane Terry, Cody, right in front of the field.
That got wrecked after the wreck.
For Joshua Kanata, and a few other drivers are still piling in onto the back stretch.
Yep, sure did.
Some drivers up in the air for this record-breaking caution. We get a big one here at Martinsville. As you see Cody Reed going to go from.
It only takes 1 pileup for me to go back top 10.
Here so long, my right foot fell asleep. Glad I'm not driving.
They're in the middle of the field too.
Somebody's bumpers on the track.
Kind of all gets in there in the middle of the corner. The 9 gets into the 25.
And just gasses it up as Shane Terry in the center of the corner. There's just a half car length spacing. Didn't work out. Kanata goes flying.
All right, so that's going to move you up a little bit here to P20.
The exit of the corner. As drivers were trying to get past just that initial wreck.
I'm glad I got that chat muted. Holy crap, I can only imagine what's happening now.
More drivers piling in.
Yeah, that was that secondness and third talk about where the number 4 looked like he got involved. Right, backing up right here and just see exactly how he got his damage. 2 separate incidents, maybe?
Looks like it. Andrew Medlin gets spun off the 4, who then hooks the 4 into where Christopher Norris and Bronson Stafford loom. And that hard contact as Justin Forbes taps also Carl Puller into the outside wall. Pace car drives on.
Larry Yingling made it back up to 13th.
Required damage.
Aaron in 3rd and Ryan Kelly in 5th. Man, Ryan and Larry's carrying me this season so far as our team standings go.
Cup Series race currently at 23, but will we have any more?
There's a car that self-spun on the yellow.
Bad luck.
111 so far. Just a mere 53 green flag laps so far in 165 laps. Justin, obviously
this car's got to.
Yeah, if it was IRL racing, that wouldn't be
such a hard race to run when you just can't get into a rhythm at all here tonight.
And it also has to be frustrating for the drivers, which then on restarts leads to frustrations boiling over, causing some incidents to happen, I'm sure. It's just when you're riding under caution here, your anxiety builds up, your nerves build up, your anger builds up. You start thinking about, hey, I remember this time that guy ran me hard, and now he's next to me, and I'm a little annoyed. And then all of a sudden, you kind of slide into each other, and now it just boils over. And I'm sure right now, 2 hours into this, these drivers are really starting to get hot, and they still have 40 laps to go, though. Or excuse me, 32 laps to go. So if they want to, they're going to be potentially getting into each other.
Hour and 13 minutes to go.
But we're hoping to see a little bit
left on the timer anyway.
Finish off, get a nice green flag finish. That would be ideal for me.
Yeah, it certainly would be ideal. I think it would be the most fun to watch a green flag run. It's just, I think we all have that feeling and knowledge of this race. Most likely, we're not done with cautions. We've got a couple of more. We got now fast drivers lingering in the back that are going to try to gain as many positions as possible. I mean, Edward Sherwood Jr. is just back at 11th. He's just outside of the top 10. That 71 is going to push him and bump some drivers out of the way to gain a couple of more.
All right, pace cars in.
And every spot
Let's get ready.
Matter so much.
Ready.
Bang it here tonight.
Go.
Miss it tomorrow night. We've got the Shoney's Doghouse Cup Series. They're back after their 2-week break as they head to Darlington. See you tomorrow night for more racing action this week. But for us here this evening, Shane Terry and caught sleeping. Vincent Sora is gone, and Aaron Smith the
clear the 01. 5 now outside.
Shane Terry will stay high as they
stay low.
Turn number 4. Terry still
there you go.
For second place, but Sora is gone. Rest of the field though. Where will the contact?
46 behind you is charging hard on going into the corners.
We
clear the 12.
But for how long is the true question? As it looks like Jared Hughes gets pushed up on the outside groove. He falls back for the
clear up.
3 wide, marching for the 9th to 10th place position. And it is still the 68, faltering back. Those old tires are just hurting Hughes, as now he's almost outside of the top.
30 to go, all clear.
And Justin, it is looking like this middle of the pack is the danger zone, but Edward Sherwood Jr. yet to pit, and the 71 is
go high. There you go, caution's out.
Come back, he's got 30 to go.
That makes sense.
Passes there, Brian.
Driver that led the most laps under green and yellow with all the cautions was the king of the...
Yeah, you did. You made 5 passes right there. Go up to 16th.
Danny Cochran into the inside.
Good job.
Looked like maybe a self-spin coming out of there, gassing up the car.
I ain't saying nothing.
Here, but this is going to feel back up.
Last time I said something, I got
behind you. He was really running those corners deep.
Last time I said something, I got wrecked immediately right after that, so I ain't saying nothing else.
4 with 30 laps to go. Shane Terry was running down that 51. He finally got cleared. Aaron Smith the second, but he's going to have to restart again.
And I know where the limit of the brake bias is now, so I'll stay off of that.
29th place is the driver that spins around. That will bring out our 24th yellow of the night.
I got it to where the front will lock up slightly before the rear, which is perfect.
You see here, middle of the pack, middle of the group, this is battling.
Once that rear locks up, it's you're along for a ride.
Position. Seeing drivers willing to make some big moves with Danny Cochran. He's got Edward Sherwood Jr. right left back bumper and throttling up the way he goes. I don't know if there was contact, Justin, but looked close, but I think Danny was going around either way.
You know, all we need is just a straightaway showstopper where they all get piled up and I somehow make it through.
That's your junior bike, definitely gassing it up. Let's see.
Well, no, it's just Danny. He got broke.
Yes.
Oh, which, I mean, we've seen that a lot.
Did he hit the curb too? Like the car maybe?
Time it just right and I can use that little
that thing bounced.
pit lane thing on the backstretch.
Bounce coming out.
Nitrous button?
No, that inside wall where I accidentally went down there on IROC Monday night race.
I think it's just that transfer spot of the asphalt to concrete.
Oh, okay.
Right out of pits here, there's a little 1 car wide gap that you can shoot down through there and not get a penalty.
It's going to give us another restart. Hey, one of these things on the previous restart, I noticed.
Gotcha.
Aaron Smith, 70, he was under the 9. And they were there for about a lap and a half. And it felt like he didn't think he was going to get around him, but they were going to run side by side. And then all of a sudden, it seemed like
Shane Therium on a controller sitting in second
position to the 9. And I wonder if he was thinking, you know what? I don't think I'm going to get by him. I don't want to hurt the tires anymore. But I want to be in 3rd position.
It's embarrassing.
If we get that other caution, I want to be on the inside. I don't want to be on the outside. And maybe, I don't know. I just noticed it looked like he checked up there, and I was just wondering maybe that's a strategy.
He might have got a wheel by now. I don't know.
Last minute.
You should ask him sometime.
But the
If he is on the controller, why would you get a wheel?
second, he's got some fast competitors behind. See our race report, 24 cautions, the new record, 23 officially crossed that border. Our previous record of cautions was 22 last year at Kern County, which that one was, for a lot of drivers, a nightmare of a race. But here tonight,
All right, man, we're going green
Martinsville,
next
this might
time
be one of the last Martinsville races we see for a long time here at WSSR. Last time they ran here was 4 seasons ago, back in season 5, where they actually tied the previous record of 18 cautions. So this track, the history of yellows continues on. But for Aaron Smith II, what I was going to talk about was the fact that he's got tough competition behind him. Justin, we have...
All right, Vincent Soren, the 51 still leading. Shane, as you said, to his outside. Aaron Smith third. Ryan Kelly P4.
Cooler tires than Shane Terrian, but fresher tires than everyone else in front of him.
All right, get ready.
Having a couple of
and go.
As well as Edward Sherwood Jr. at 7, Larry Yingling, Cedric Hunter, Anthony Gaudio. We got some tough competition that have finally gotten back up front for a chance to challenge our leaders. We're back to green flag action as once again Shane Terrian could not figure out that start and that launch. The 9 stays high. Smith's going to have the better entry point for the exit.
Hold on, there you go. You are clear low, sir.
Got one inside.
You can see right there, the cars, when you get under brakes, he just launched it.
All right, 46 now inside. 7's going to try to fill the hole behind him.
Clear low.
Got a good run off.
Nine's got to be careful. Don't get too close to them. They give each other
Still
room.
there.
Coming up to 20 to go, they got to figure it out. They want to get a chance to run up.
46 still inside.
I got a little bit, over a half a second lead already.
At your door.
Second, over 5 car lengths ahead. It's going to be Vincent Sora over the duel for second place between Aaron Smith and Shane Terrian.
Now you got the 7 on your left rear.
We're just lingering behind, hoping to see who's going to make this pass between these 2 drivers for second place. But as this battle continues,
7 left front.
A second gap from first to second.
Check up, go low, check up. Actually, stay high.
Huge
go. No caution. Now it is. Nope. Now you got a caution.
Back to the clutches of Ryan Kelly for 5th. And oh no, Edward Sherwood Jr. slides, spins. Right.
That's odd. I don't even know if he went around.
All that work to get back up there and
not Ed.
All over it again, but not enough laps left, and it's like he's coming back up there to feel like maybe he's in Langley, but check the replay.
I sense a little bit of something in your voice there, sir.
I've been wrecked by him multiple times, not like this race. New Hampshire is the other one I remember.
Time of this yellow flag being thrown, and we're going to see here 71.
Damn, I got to start on outside again. That outside sucks.
Stay below the 9 machine. And there's the contact. Just trying to squeeze into a hole where there really wasn't space. Was that 71?
Yeah.
Gotta
go back.
Try, if possible, to keep him pinched low.
Have the momentum.
And not be up in that 3rd lane, because you give him all kinds of room down there.
Speed to get back up there, but I think that's just a product of knowing this race is getting towards the end, and he wanted to get everything right there.
Really was fighting for that position.
Am I really driving?
But then again, it's got to be somebody that can actually hold the line, not hit the curb, bounce off it, and put you out in the wall.
Second, now going to be Tom Bourne in 3rd place for himself. And I was talking with Tom
What'd you
Bourne. He was.
Am I really in the 3rd lane?
He was very excited for this race. As you know, most sim racers, they work. They do a race.
Those last couple laps going into 3 and 4, you're up in the 3rd lane.
All these laps, and for some drivers, they had a long work day and coming out to race. Some don't have the same motivation or the same energy levels until they finally get into the seat and it goes green. But this 06 surprising me with how well he's running right now late in this race. With when I was talking to him, an extreme low energy level for the 06 Tom Bourne.
Definitely could feel for him. Nothing like when you're already getting into the work day all day, doing everything out there in the field, and then you come home and you're thinking, Martinsville, this might not go the way I want it to.
The problem is the position. One of the problems. This y'all can't see it, but I got all the drivers listed right here on this left monitor, and I can't see the car beside of me because there's 40 some cars in here, and
I can't think of any better way to
30 down is blocking me.
And being able to talk to us up here afterwards.
Gotcha.
I mean, getting a win would be
right.
I'm going to go a little bit lower this time, though.
Outside of the top 25 in points, get a win. You're inside the top 25. You're locked into the playoffs. and you don't really have to worry about.
I didn't realize I was that high.
Inside of the top 10 each and every race, but it certainly is a nice safety net to get a victory here tonight. Vincent Sora did so last week.
That might be screwing up my exit as well out of 4. I know 4 has been horrible for me.
Race, but here tonight, 17, about to be 16 laps to go. We're going to be at 15 when we go green, and our top 4. I mean, honestly, top 6. You could say any one of them could win this race. If there's a mistake, a wrong tap, there's a chance for all these drivers.
Oh, there is, for sure. I mean, we saw, I think, 2 cautions tonight we had where the leader did not end up being the leader anymore. And
all right, bud, pace car's off.
I mean, even on that last one, it wasn't the leader, but the 9, a little bit of problems there. And then before you know it, they were all stacking up.
51 and 70 on the front row.
Someone getting in there,
get ready.
Left front tire and
go.
Leader, and then before you know it, big time damage.
Well, 15 laps to go. Vincent Sora on the inside, going to be your control.
7 low.
Aaron Smith on the outside, waits for the green. A little bit of delay.
You are clear low, sir.
Get the launch.
Clear all the way around.
Now fighting for 3rd position as Aaron Smith will keep 2nd place. They stay side by side. 3rd on back. Shane Terry.
Clear low again.
For Sky Motorsports trying to work together to get by the Yin Yang driver of Ryan Kelly. Kelly stays high. He's stuck in the conveyor belt. Tom Bourne moving up, trying to put a little bit of block on the 3 machine to help his teammate go forward. Top 2, they race on. Rest of the field still stacked up, and almost an accordion effect with some of these moves that these drivers were making to confirm their passes. Tom Bourne now, slightly fresher tires than our top 2, trying to run down our leaders, but everyone else still right on top of one another.
You're seeing these cars right now when they get into the corner. You can see they're getting a little loose getting into the corner because they're just pushing so hard, trying to drive in extra 2, 3, 4, 5 feet, getting into the corner, just trying to outbrake. You see another driver up there in the wall. These guys up front, about top 5 now, got single file. We're under 13 to go here. These laps will tick away really quick. This could be down to the white flag here in about 2.5, 3 minutes if they stay green. So you got to make your position right now, Sam. You can't risk waiting any longer. 12 to go.
Can't. And there's absolutely no more time to wait as Seth breaks loose. Going to give an opportunity for Anthony Gaudio on the outside. That's going to be a pass eventually made for 10th place.
Okay, it's okay, it's okay.
Between these 2.
Keep it low, keep it low, keep it low, keep it low, keep it low.
Into the wall.
Oh, don't. Oh, it's okay, it's okay. Hold on.
All right,
okay. There's a caution. There's a caution.
They keep it together for now. They'll stay 3 wide, even further on back. And oh no, Bronson Stafford hooked, spun. 11 laps to go.
I think you're still gonna be.
Yeah, I think on that replay we're gonna see it come out of the corner.
I think you're still gonna get a spot or 2 back. Yeah, P18.
Thought maybe they were only too wide and started coming up the track more.
Yep, 17, 16.
Big damage. We're gonna find out what happened there, but
that was one of those deals where you can't. This car will not turn left to right.
The 68 of you was just kind of getting bullied backwards.
Yeah.
Anthony Gaudio gets put right outside wall. They fight here side by side.
Oh, you're right back where you qualified, Brian.
Shoot, I thought it said pass. I need to let cars by. I'm a dummy.
Stafford moves up. Doesn't work. Ryan McCann
okay.
Into Carl Pooler and double smacks him in the wall. Carl Pooler's going to have been just an innocent victim of after the wreck incidences. But Bronson Stafford, another major wreck.
I was like, how far is this thing going to put me forward?
This is not the night he was hoping for, as now he'll start with a lot of damage back in 30th position.
Yeah.
P21.
It's the wrong arrow.
Now you can't. We talked about it.
Oops. I got up to 13th, though. I was like, wait a minute.
You can run well.
That shows how late this race is. How long have we been doing this? 2 hours now?
You come home with no points, really. So the stage points really matter.
Let's see. Look at time. Yep, exactly. Man, you're good. Right on the button. 2 hours.
Tonight, if you're able to get the finish and the stage points.
Massive.
Plus an hour trying to get my computer running.
See some newcomers popping up into our top 5 as you saw the 25 of Cody Reed get back on the lead lap. Give us 31 drivers on the lead lap for this next race.
There should be 5 to go when we go back green. Maybe 6.
Going to be in first place. Aaron Smith, the second for Lucky Ducks, will be in second position. Third is Sky.
Oh, let's see if I can get a top 20.
Driver Ryan Kelly in fourth, and Edward Sherwood Jr. up to fifth after being spun around.
I think you got that
lead position,
plus a little bit.
Dominated, led the most laps here tonight. That's 71. I got to say, Justin, I think he's about to be running aggressively for every position.
Your boy Ed's up to 5th though.
So badly after how much he was dominating.
He wrecked enough cars to get up there.
Yeah, but he's
gonna have
he's been using a lot of that bumper though.
Line, but is he gonna have enough time? I mean, might only get one restart here. If that previous restart, we got about 5 or 6 green flag laps. If that happens again, I mean, it's the story. He could be looking really good. And how could Ed Shearer Jr. get up there? He might need this race to go into overtime.
Well, I mean, if we get another caution, we are going into overtime as we are crossing over to 6 laps.
Do you have a caution count?
We're expecting those lights to click off as they do. 1 to go. It's going to be
26.
Green, and if we get another yellow flag,
hey love, thanks for the follow.
We head into overtime. But we have
26. Dang, we ain't gonna make it.
Justin, this could be our final restart of the
night. Not gonna make it to 30.
Who do you think has the best chance to win this race?
Pace cars off.
Well, gonna be obvious with the 51. He's been fast all night, plus he's restarting the race, but have to mention some of those other guys right
Ready, and go.
3 back there, he's gonna be in 4th, but the 06, he's got the tires, and the 7, he's got somewhat fresher tires. So
stay high.
To this restart, it's gonna be really.
There you go. Caution's out.
Alongside him, we're gonna find out right here.
Right here, right now. A lot of checkup for drivers slamming into one another on the inside. On board doesn't go. Oh no, contact though. Middle of the field, Cedric Hunter spun around. And just in a blink of an eye, that chain reaction
top
of
20
slamming into one another on the inside ripples its way through. And the 13 gets shipped to the end of the line.
So if that was 26, this is 27. We could still make it to 30.
Maybe did he miss a gear there? It looked like he didn't get going too well, or maybe the 30 he was already underneath them.
It was a mix and match. It looked like he was going.
Three green white checker attempts. Yep.
He was kind of lingering back. But he had to slam on his brakes.
I might have got it right on the money.
From Cedric's point of view, but the 67, he takes off. Cedric takes off. Then he slams on the brakes. And at that point, it's just so delayed.
Not the best thing you want to be right about, but yeah.
Because of the lack of momentum. Everyone else slamming into the 13 because they took off when he took off initially, and it just 40 in effect. Into Cedric Hunter, spun around, same for Christopher Norris, and they go from battling just inside of our top 10 to now outside of the top 30.
Not how they want that race to go for those drivers. Not ideal at all. I mean, this is where it gets really frustrating when you run 100.
And I got to start on the outside.
Like, all right, I'm where I need to at least be top 10, and then last caution, you're in it, and you're not top 10 in it.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, with the crossing of the line here, welcome to overtime. We needed to
just go Hail Melon and throw it around.
Texas.
Up the middle, 3 wide, all 3 green attempts.
3 if needed here this evening. The way that overtime works is you have 2 laps to go when we take the green.
Show me some of that that drifting expertise you got.
Who crosses the start-finish line first.
Does the e-brake work in this thing?
First lap when we go back to green flag racing, we go to overtime attempt number 2. Similar rules for overtime attempt 1 and 2. There's a different rule for 3. We'll talk about that change up if we get to overtime attempt number 3. But Justin, overtime, I feel like there's just a small difference that drivers feel that they know this could be the final restart. We need to send it all.
Final restart.
Well, very important. We talked about it in the middle part of the race when the 51.
Call up Vegas and see what the odds are on that.
It looked like maybe Vincent was going to get the lead. He was ahead of him. If you could just be ahead just by the time when the caution comes out, you don't have to be the whole entire car ahead, just enough for that timing line picks you up as the leader, and all of a sudden you control it for the next green white checker. That could be what matters. I mean, the 7 is going to have to try and get the restart of his life, get down into turn 1 and be ahead.
It's not as late as I thought it was going to be.
Kind of
it is. Survey says
you might have 70 ahead. So
10-11 or 11-10.
Restart right here.
We have 4 drivers that have not.
I was thinking it might have been closer to 12.
Sora in the lead. You have Edward Shore Jr. in 5th, who climbed his way from 30th position now up to 5th. Got to give kudos to that 71 machine. Also, Jaron Hughes in 10th place has not pitted. And finally, Anthony Gaudio, who runs in 13th, have not pitted. Those are the 4 drivers.
All right, pace cars off.
Stay out, trust their tires, trust the fuel strategy, trust the caution.
Green white checker attempt number 1.
Down to
ready.
First attempt at overtime.
Go.
Take the white flag, this race becomes official, and it's all about who takes the checkered. But if we get a caution on this first lap, we head to overtime attempt number 2. into the restart zone.
12 inside.
Sora, Aaron Smith, Tom Bourne gets the best launch he's been looking for. He's going to be on the inside quarter panel of Aaron Smith. The 06 trying to make the pass for second place. Vincent Sora takes off with a great launch.
Now you're way up in the third lane.
Side, a little bit of contact for second.
Caution's out.
Sora, though, has the positioning. We stay green, take it away. Caution. Tom Bourne up to second. Aaron Smith second. The second goes to third. And Vinny takes the lead. We're going to overtime attempt number 2.
Wow, so close there. Vincent Sora's just hoping he could get to that white flag and be knowing that he would be in a capper seat, but got to give it to 06, Tom Bourne.
Is that 28?
Second. He's going to have a chance now on this restart. You know he's going to be really hungry. Driver looking to get that win. And
yep.
Entire season right around. He can do it. He's got to get the restart, though.
As the caution, it's going to be for the 4 of Justin Forbes, who looms in 31st position now. And it's being the 4 after he wrecks, getting into another late contact with Dakota Moniz is what brought out our caution to put us into our second caution of the day. And I mean, our second overtime attempt, of the day for these drivers. And for everyone here tonight, I mean, it has come down to this. These are the last couple of restarts we're going to have. We have a chance of 2 more cautions before this race is over. If we get,
we're gonna have to give the broadcasters a little extra this broadcast.
I mean, Justin, it always seems like it's the leader. The only time we've seen a lead change that has been completed is if you wreck the leader. And
I do know a guy that if your race goes longer than 90 minutes, he charges extra.
There is a rule that you are able to bump and run a driver out of the way. You cannot blatantly wreck the driver in front of you to advance position to win the race. So for Tom Bourne, Aaron Smith II, if they are in a position to move Vincent Sora, they got to be careful not to be too aggressive with the move.
That's a very valid point. And also, the other thing, the 06 has to make sure he's going to be really aggressive on this restart, but don't jump it. I mean, he's going to want to do everything he can to time it, and he might be thinking, I'm going to be as aggressive as I can.
Leader never got tires.
Time it a half a second sooner and get that advantage. Get down there into turn 1 and be ahead, then he might win this race.
Yeah.
You don't want to get that black flag.
You do not.
Ed Shear in P5 never got tires. Neither did Gerard Hughes in P11.
The second overtime attempt.
Don't need him.
Anthony Gaudio in 14th.
2 laps to go,
and that's it.
If we get a caution,
Yeah, so there's a few people out.
Before we take the white flag, this race will go
Didn't.
overtime attempt.
Everybody else in the field did.
If we find ourselves taking the white flag, this race becomes official. See who can come across that line, grab a win here for the 3rd race of the season. Season 9 is already seeing 2 different winners for 2 different races, but if Vincent Sora wins, he'll be the first multi-time winner. And also, Justin, if Vincent Sora wins, he ties Brian Johnson as the most winningest driver in WSSR currently in their history books.
I think that 2 records potentially broken tonight. One
All right.
the caution.
Pace cars off.
Will we get
It's going to be exciting.
Sora? Gonna find out on this next restart, but the 06, he's gonna look to get up there.
Coming off of 4.
Would he be in
Get ready.
one lap? One
Go.
matters.
I mean, it certainly would be a shocking moment, but what a brilliant time it could be. Overtime attempt number 2 about to begin as Tom Bourne and Vincent Sora into the restart zone. Tom Bourne gets a decent launch. It's going to be clear of Aaron Smith dropping down low in front of the 70 machine. Tom Bourne's going to be right there on the quarter panel of Vincent Sora, but the exit, give it to the
White flag.
1. Vincent
Clear low.
pulls away. Aaron Smith II gets underneath Tom Bourne. And Sora looking for the white flag. He'll take the white flag off the exit turn 4. The 51 has the gap. They're nowhere close. Further on back, they're starting to wreck. Shane Terrian dumps it in the outside wall. But Sora with a 4-10 lead. He's going to go back to back unless someone can make
Hey, got top 20.
P16, sir.
Enough.
Top 20.
He's the most winningest driver in WSSR. And
That's a win.
winner here this season.
Aaron Smith is
Hit me out of this thing.
second position.
Yep.
And then
Vincent Sora got the W.
3rd, Ryan Kelly 4th.
All right.
Jr.
That was a good race.
Back to 5th, so what a race for him.
Thank you for sticking around for about 4 hours there and spotting for me.
By Edward Sherwood Jr.
Not a problem, sir.
I mean,
Not a problem at all.
You could say kind of gifted the lead after the contact.
Could have been worse.
Gavin Rogers and Edward
Could have been.
Jr. at Black Flag
Could have been better.
75 sent him to the end of the line, and it gave Vincent Sore the lead, and he never gave it.
This is always true.
Congratulations to Vinny being the first multi-time winner and grabbing his 18th career win in the WSSR Cup Series. He's going to enjoy this one. But when we come back, we'll talk to our top 3 and a spotlight driver right after this. Woo! Congratulations to Vinny, and we'll see you right after this. Side-by-side racing continues on. Christopher Norris has been able to move up 3 spots.
When Ed Sheeran won the stage, I sent him. I said, "Congrats, good luck on the rest." He just sent me a message that says, "You jinxed me. I felt pressured."
Incoming contact into the outside wall. Everyone's got to get around. Norris.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and end it. See you next week. And
hey, go back to 71. Take a look and see how your race could have ended a little bit earlier.
Oh, yeah. Let's get a different car angle there. Oh. What?
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
You wasn't joking.
That was horrible.
Did Cedric get hit there?
No. Nope.
Oh, Cedric made contact. Didn't his bumper in. I can't quite see that. Let me close this. I think Brian Johnson back here. Oh no, he got spun out. I saw he had damage. Let's go on board with Cedric. Real time. Back it up a little bit more. Ooh, they did hit, but Cedric kept it straight. Yeah, you wasn't joking.
Wicked close.
Pixel perfect. Because if it would have got me there, like a little bit of net code, it would have sent me straight into the wall too.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't even realize I didn't have my. Let me do that one again.
All right, Brian.
All right, have a good one.
You too. I'll see you next week.
There's a screenshot. But y'all have a good one. Let me see where next week is. Long Beach. Ugh. All right.